Kitchen. Well, I hope you're all sat nice and comfy because we're going to be in for a great night. We have a fantastic little lady in, and she's little, she don't mind me saying. She is called Sicilly. You've met her twice before. You're becoming quite a bit of a regular in this kitchen now, aren't you? I was running late tonight, so I finished work quite late and I had to go and get my nails done. And John said, what are we going to do about Sicilly? I said, don't worry. She loves it. She knows where everything is in the kitchen now. She'll be happy as Larry. Did you enjoy yourself running around?
Yeah.
So we've got to let her stay down there for a few minutes just while we talk because of social distancing and everything else. But what I thought I would do is just show you what we did over the weekend. So we have lots of tutors that are now doing online classes with us, and those classes are absolutely fantastic. I'm sure there's lots of you who have watched them, who have joined so many of them, and we have such a fantastic time on the day of class and in the groups. And all the ladies who actually don't do the class on the day but do it at a later date, they say they always just love the banter and everything. And the great thing is you can fast forward if you don't want to listen to some of it. So we had Hannah, the cake illusionist, in. Now she is got a masterclass with us of three classes, which is the cat, the dog, and she is coming up to do her dragon class. So that's a £60 class, and that's 3 classes for £60, £20 each. Where can you get a top cake artist showing you how to make amazing cakes for £20 a class? That's what it works out. So what I wanted to show you is not only has she done those classes, she did 2 virtual classes with us over the weekend. We put them online in early March. We weren't sure whether they were actually going to happen, but they did, and we had an amazing time. Everybody was brilliant. They wore their mask, they did all the social distancing, and Hannah had come up with a fabulous idea. Let's do it at the warehouse, because if it was going to be here we would have had to cancel, and all the ladies had a great time. So I just want to show you what the ladies made, because this is cake and it is brilliant, and I've never been one to want to be able to eat an animal cake, but when you make them you just know it's cake, and it's just so easy to eat. So this was her greyhound class. Okay, so this isn't online, she does these virtually, but what I wanted to do was show you how amazing they are, so if you decided you wanted to join her online classes, you know how great they are. So this is the greyhound cake that she did. And if you see all the posts in the group of what all the other ladies achieved as well, they'll tell you what a fabulous day they had. And I think if you can see that well enough, can you see that, Simon? How cute is it? Absolutely fab, isn't it? So this is a greyhound cake, and it's these types of skills that you actually learn in an online class as well. So I just want you to I can't say any more than high praise for her. Absolutely fantastic. And then we did another day, which was the white tiger and cub class, which was this one here. So I'm just going to move this one round so you can see a little bit better. There, I think that's a bit better. Yep. So you can see that. Isn't that cute, that with a little cub on? Oh, can you see the cub now if I moved it out of the way?
I'm going to move it across so you can...
I was going to say, what are you faffing around at, Simon?
I was trying to make it better for
are
them.
you? Ah. So I can't see any comments at the moment because obviously I'm not on comments. I'm here, but I will be on comments very soon. So aren't these fabulous? So like I say, you can't do these online because these are really, really big classes. But it's to give you a taste of what the online classes are to do.
Well, Nikki King loves doing the classes with Hannah.
I know.
So I'm like, there you go.
There you go.
We've got some comments.
So what I'm trying to say to you is if you want to join the online classes with any of our tutors, there's lots of ladies who are watching tonight who will tell you how great they are. And I even do free lots of classes myself, and they're really good fun. You learn so much about me in those classes, they're good. But I just wanted to show you these. So the upcoming classes that Hannah has got now is the dragon class. That is the 6th of December. No. Yes, 6th of December. Is it the 6th of December or is it November? I can't remember. November, actually. I think it's a Sunday in November. It's on the website page anyhow. And that's the 3rd of a series of 3. So even though you pay £60, you still get the other 2 classes. And then, at a massive request, we've asked her if she'll do a roast Christmas dinner. So that's that big roast turkey and all the sprouts and the potatoes and the stuffing and everything, and you want to see it. Now that's a single class, and that's £30 for that one, and it looks amazing. What a fantastic thing to be able to take in on Christmas Day. And one lady who's a nurse wants to make it because she has to work every Christmas day at the hospital, and she said she's going to take it in and just wants to see all their faces when she takes this roast dinner in, and it's actually a cake. How cool is that?
I'm sure if they'd be slightly disappointed that it's not a roast dinner.
I don't know, if it was me I'd be really happy. It'd be great, yeah. I love the idea.
A roast dinner on Christmas Day, you got a cake.
Well, I would think that they'd be a bit surprised she walked in at 6
Surprised,
a.m.
yes.
with a roast dinner. So anyhow, so come and join us on those classes, and also look at what the other tutors are doing, and even have a look at my own classes. They are really good fun. So I'm going to pass these out the way now because I'm going to get Antonia to take pictures of them tomorrow. So let me just get these out the way. I'm going to pass these to Sicily. Well done.
Thank you.
She's going to pass them to her mum. Crikey. I think I'm going to... I didn't realise I'm going to pass this one to Simon. Could break me back for that one. There we go. And then can I just pass you those out the way as well? Do you need a turntable today?
Yes.
Right, so you put that down there when you're ready.
Thank
And
you.
Simon, if you put that over there. And I am now going to introduce you to Sicily, who is going to show you how to make this beauty. So this is a fault line cake, fantastic for Halloween. She's going to show you how to texture the fur. She's going to show you how to make the teeth. Now, I'm not sure how well you can see the teeth, but look at these. She's going to show you how to make a few and how to dust them. You got the overhead, Simon?
Yeah.
So look at them. You must have had the patience of saint making them.
Yeah. It did take a while. Yeah.
Absolutely. So she's going to show you how to make them. She's going to put the cake together and do this nice red drip effect as well for you. So something else for Halloween, okay? And just to let you know what's happening now, because we go into lockdown, we are going to up our lives again. So we have a class with Ollie the Choc on Monday, and he is doing the demonstration on Monday night. But Karen is going to start baking Tuesdays, Wednesdays. She's going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday next week, and then after that she's going to be doing 4 days a week at 11:30, and you all love baking along with Karen. So she will be doing Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and then we have Tracy Mann in on a Thursday at 11:30, and then I'll be doing my classes in between. So we're going to be here a lot, keeping you entertained, so you're going to enjoy yourselves, get all that baking gear out that you bought and start baking again. Right, so I'm going to leave you with this, Cicely.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good. Enjoy your night.
Hi guys. So we're going to be starting with making some ganache, and we're going to be making ganache 4 ways. We're going to be making it with
4 ways?
Yeah,
I
we're
didn't know
going.
you could make ganache 4 ways.
Yeah, we're
Good.
going to be making it with cream. We're going to be making it with water. We're going to be making it with alcohol, and we're going to be making it with evaporated milk out the tin. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did you send me that in the email?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. We move this back over there. So we are going to be using the Caliber chocolates, the Caliber milk chocolate and the Caliber white chocolate for these ganache. And we're going to start with, I think we'll start with the cream. We'll start with the normal one.
People are always scared of making ganache, aren't they? And
Yes.
I'm one of them. It's
No.
so bad, isn't it?
I think ganache can smell fear. I think
can
that
what?
it can smell fear. I think that's what
It
it
can
is.
smell fear.
Yeah.
I thought you said it can smell fear. I was
No.
thinking, what does smell fear mean?
No, it can smell fear.
Well, I've
Yeah.
got to be honest, I'm scared of making ganache, and I've watched it so many times, but my daughter, she converted to ganache many years
Yeah.
ago, and she went, Mum, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
You've got to change over. And I still don't do it now.
I think when you're making ganache, there's always like so many rules. You have to do it this way. You have to heat it up to a set temperature. I'm not a professional. I do what works for me, and this works. So I just do it, and it works. So I'm just going to show you how I do it. There's going to be people in the comments saying, "What's she doing?"
They're all saying hello to you. So we've got a great audience. They're all saying hello. They're happy to have you back. And I think they wondered I think they're a bit confused about what I heard. What did I think I'd heard? Smell fear.
You can smell fear.
I scribbled all my things down on a piece of paper so I could have it nearby in case I just went Yeah, like I am now.
So Crystal Swarbrook, she's saying she can't wait for her son's horror movie cake that you're making this weekend. So what are you making, Sicily?
We're making Chucky using the Molly Robinson standing mould.
Oh yeah.
It might not look good. It might be really bad. We'll see.
I don't think so. I know what you're like.
Lower
It
the
won't be.
expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be all right. So, with the cream ganache, I make it in the microwave. You can make it on the hob in like a bain-marie if you wanted to, but this is the way that I do it and it works fine for me. So I use a 2-to-1 ratio for milk chocolate. So for cream I use 3-to-1 for white chocolate, 2-to-1 for milk chocolate and 1-to-1 for dark chocolate. And all I do is I get the chocolate in a big bowl and pour my cream in. And this is where everyone's going to be thinking, what is she doing? Because I know a lot of people like to heat the cream first, but I just chuck it all in together.
Totally relaxed.
Yeah. And just give it a really good stir.
So what was the ratio on that? Was that 2-to-1 or 3-to-1?
Right, it's 2-to-1 for milk chocolate.
Right, thank
There's
you.
different ratios for
Yes.
different ones, yeah. I can never remember which ones is which.
So this is 2-to-1.
Yeah, this is
Just to
2-to-1.
clarify,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people asking.
Yeah, so white chocolate is 3-to-1, milk chocolate is 2-to-1, and dark chocolate is 1-to-1 when you're using cream. I always get a little bit flustered with this microwave. The first time we came, it took us so long to figure out how to use it.
And you only had to press a button.
Yeah, yeah, because we was trying to like turn it and
Yeah.
figure out how to do it. So I just put it in the microwave for just 30 seconds because you don't want to overheat the cream.
Is that double cream you're using?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but to be honest, sometimes I use double cream, sometimes I use single cream, and it still works.
And you keep the ratio the same?
Yeah. It just works. I just think when it comes to ganache, if it's too runny, add more chocolate, and if it's too thick, add more cream. Yeah, so I'm going to give it a quick stir. Probably going to do about 2 or 3 of these little blasts, just because we don't want to burn it. So, but you can see it looks a bit. It looks a bit strange at the
I
minute.
thought you were flicking it over for me then.
I know, all over the pink board. Sorry, Sarah.
Don't worry.
I'm going to whack it back in for another 30 seconds and then give it another stir. And with the ganache as well, I use the same ratio for whatever I'm doing with the ganache, and it just depends how long you leave it and how cool you let it get. So with a drip, I let it get to, so it's not hot, so it's like a little bit warm, room temperature, and then I can drip it. I leave it to set a little bit longer, like a few hours. I can cover with it, and then if it gets really hard, you could do truffles with it.
Chuckles with it.
Truffles.
Truffles.
Oh, crikey.
Am I not speaking right? Is it big?
I wouldn't
Is
mind
it
if
big?
you've got me hearing anything.
I'm
I
trying to
seriously
find
think.
it.
I
You
seriously,
sure?
eh?
You sure?
I've not heard anything me this week.
So
I went to have him tested and I'm sure he's
done.
done something wrong with him because I'm worse than normal.
See, it's going to look really strange to begin with, but just keep going. And it will eventually all just come together. And I think as well, a lot of the time with ganache is it can look wrong before it looks right. So a lot of people get to this stage and say, oh no, I've done it wrong, and chuck it away. And they haven't, yeah, and just keep going. I've done it before and just thought, oh no, it's wrong, I can't do it, I'm chucking it. And I'm going to start fresh, and the amount of stuff I've wasted.
I think we all do that though, don't we? We do all.
Yeah.
We all panic. We all panic and we all waste things. I don't waste anything now,
Yeah.
but I don't do the ganache. I bring home the bags of chocolate and eat it. I share it out with Simon and Antonia, don't we? We have little dishes
What's
of
that?
chocolate. Chocolate.
The cullets.
Yeah. So bad. We'll have a little bowl each. I didn't sort that out tonight, Simon. Oh gosh.
And there is ganache. Making it with cream. So obviously this is when it's hot. So this would be okay if you wanted to like pour it over like a glaze. if you let it get to room temperature, but so it's still quite runny, this is where you would use it as a drip. And then if you leave it to set for a few hours or even overnight sometimes, that would be to cover a cake in it. And you can also stick the mixer in it, whip it up and turn it into like a whipped ganache, which is perfect for like on top of cupcakes or anything like that. And that's the first ganache done.
I didn't know you could do that either.
Did you not?
No.
Didn't know you could do what?
Whip it up
Yeah.
and use it for topping on cupcakes?
Mm-hmm.
No
So
idea.
if you let it set till it turns into the type of ganache that you would use to cover a cake.
Don't you worry, it'll have set by the time we finish. The mixer will be coming out, you'll be showing us.
Yeah. Sometimes I find as well, if you whip it up and make it a bit fluffier, it can actually be a lot easier to cover the cake.
Yeah.
You know, when you're trying to spread it on, because when it's a bit thicker, it can be a little bit harder, but yeah.
So what would you do now then? So if you wanted to cover cake, you melt that and then you leave it to set.
Yeah, I would leave it to set for a few hours, possibly overnight, to come to room temperature. But what you want to do is you want to get cling film and put it over the top and then make sure the cling film's touching the ganache in the bowl, because otherwise it can make a little bit of a crust, which to be honest is really nice if you just scrape it off.
Yes.
But
Those are chef's treats, aren't they?
yes, but if you don't want to do that, then just push a little bit of cling film onto it so it's touching, and then just leave it to set.
And the other thing I found, I thought you had to throw it away once you used it. I didn't realise that you can just put it in a Ziploc bag and then remelt it when you needed it again.
Yeah.
And you can store it in the cupboard. I didn't know that. I thought you had to keep
You
it
can
in the
also
fridge.
freeze it as well.
Can
Ganache can freeze, yeah.
Right.
Freezes really well.
Right. I
Yeah.
thought you just melted it, put it in a Ziploc bag, let it set. Done.
Yeah, and as well, if you find that it just sets up too firm, you just warm it back up for, usually I would do about 10 seconds and then just give it a really good mix and it'll bring it all back together, and then it's ready to cover your cake with if it goes too hard.
So Sicily, they are asking that when you make chucky, you will share it in the group, won't you?
Yes,
Yeah, so they want to
I
see that.
share everything that I make in the group pretty much.
Yeah, good girl.
Yeah, it all goes in. Right. So let me just fill this up with some water so I can get this on the hob, because we're going to do the...
Can you turn these on a bit more?
Yeah. I could sort this whilst we're doing the next one in the microwave so this can get nice and hot.
Brilliant.
Because the water one and the alcohol one I do like to do on the hob, just because it makes it a little bit easier to control because you're like over the top of it. Because the problem with the water one and the alcohol one is before it comes together and turns into ganache, it's going to split.
Right. Well, that's going to be interesting. Right,
Yeah.
so we need to have something for you to put that pan on
Yes.
when you take it off the heat, don't we?
Yes.
So what would we need? So if you go to my grill pan there, take the grill pan out of the oven. Yeah. Take the whole grill pan out. There you go. Yeah, take the handle off. And then you can sit that on the top.
Perfect.
Just before we have you all put a lovely hot pan, and you can sit that on top of the pink board. I don't mind that being on the pink board. Just before you put a hot pan on my lovely pink board, and they'll all wonder what will happen to you.
I don't want to know what's going to happen.
Yes, I wonder why they never see you again.
No.
We're all precious about our pink boards.
Yes, so
Go on then. What are you thinking about?
yeah, so I was just deciding which one I'm going to do next. So the one that I'm going to do next is the evaporated milk out of the tin in the ganache.
Yeah, because you can do that while this is heating up.
Yeah.
Can't you? Yeah.
And this one I do in the microwave as well, just for quickness and easiness, but you can do it this way if you wanted to. I just choose to chuck it
And
in
what's
there.
the difference between condensed milk and using fresh cream?
I think
You can't tell the difference between condensed milk and fresh cream.
it's sweeter, isn't it? It's
Yeah, no, when
got,
you're
like-
using it to
You mean
make a
what's it
ganache.
taste like?
Yeah, but why would you use condensed milk to fresh cream?
Well, if you don't have cream in, I always find when I need the cream, I don't have it in, and then when I don't need the cream, I do have it, and then it goes off in the
Yeah.
fridge, and then I just chuck so much cream away because I don't use it when I'm supposed to use it. So I just like to keep a few tins in the cupboards. Then if I ever do need to make ganache and I don't have fresh cream in, I can do it this way and it works fine.
Well, I have to say, I love condensed milk. I
Yeah.
love it, and I love
And
it
if you're in your
coffee,
bunker,
and I love it in my coffee.
We
If you're
just
in
had
your
one in
bunker
our
with
coffee
lockdown
before.
and you can't get out,
Yeah.
and you've got condensed a shelf full of condensed milk, it's ideal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one I'm going to do with white chocolate, and the ratios for condensed milk are exactly the same as cream.
Oh, right, okay.
Which is really helpful.
That's good to know, yeah.
Yeah, so it's 3-to-1 for this white, which I'm going to be doing now. 2-to-1 for milk and 1-to-1 for dark, just the same as it would be for the cream. I did make up a little picture of the ratios for each of these.
So they're just checking, is it condensed milk or evaporated milk?
Evaporated milk. Did I say condensed milk?
You said condensed milk, yeah.
It's evaporated milk, guys.
Well, I like evaporated milk on my fruit.
What's the difference?
I don't know, what's the difference?
Condensed milk's sweeter, is it?
Yeah, condensed milk's sweeter and it's
thicker and
thick, isn't it?
And this is,
Yeah.
which one's this? Is this
This
evaporated?
is evaporated milk.
Right.
Well, I like condensed milk in my coffee, which is right, but I do like evaporated milk on my fruit. On my fruit
Yeah,
salad with pavlova.
yeah.
I think we're confusing everyone between that. So this is evaporated.
Yeah,
Shall I
this is
just go grab the
evaporated.
tin?
Hey?
Shall I just grab the tin?
Yeah,
I'll
grab
grab
the
the
tin,
tin.
just to be sure.
It's
So,
over here, so we've had it in our
could
pocket.
you use condensed milk?
Yes, but the ratios would be different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ta-da.
So we're using evaporated milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which-
And they want to know where's the engagement ring and when are we being invited to the wedding? And
don't
what is
know.
Martin playing about at?
I don't know,
He's
Maya.
waiting for a suitable time when you're actually allowed more than 15 people.
I don't think we know more than 15 people, to be honest, to invite. I think we could probably just elope. And there we go.
Well, they're pleased because quite a few people have got a tin of evaporated milk in the cupboard. In the cupboard.
Go do it.
I'm reading
Go do
Michelle
it.
Ward. She said, "Oh, she has a tin of evaporated milk that hubby bought by accident." Jackie Adams, she likes evaporated milk on a tin fruit, just like me. I think it's gorgeous on fruit. I love it.
So I'm doing the exact same as last time. I'm just putting it in for just like a 30-minute blast.
Right.
Seconds.
Just let
30
us.
seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. What did I say?
30
minutes.
minutes.
So, how much white chocolate have you got there?
So in this bowl, I have got. I've written it down on my paper because I knew somebody would ask this. I have got 250 grams of white chocolate and 100 millilitres of evaporated milk. And this is the... Yeah, so I did 2.5 to 1 because when it's white chocolate, I like to add 2.5 to 1 and then I can add
A bit more.
a little bit more if I need
Because
to.
is it normally, did you say before it's 3 to 1?
Yeah, it's 3 to 1.
But with using the evaporated milk, you've done 2.5. Then if you
Yeah.
need more, you can.
Well, because I suppose it depends on, like if you're going to use this for drips, which is what I'm going to use it for, it depends how runny you want your drips to be. Some people like a thicker drip, some people like it to drip all the way down to the board. This one that I made, this was the 3 to 1 drip, and I found it came quite thick, but I was doing a drip on top of fondant, so I wanted it to be thicker.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know whether you could use ganache on top of fondant, so I thought we'll give it a go. And it worked.
Well, they all love it on their fruit. And just to let
Yes.
you know, and Julie Stoddard is absolutely correct. When you weigh in liquids, grams and mils are the same.
Yeah, they
It's
are.
different when you weigh in food products, they're not the same.
Yes.
So if you're weighing the chocolate or the flour, then you have to weigh in grams or ounces or whatever it is that you want to do. But
Yeah.
liquid is the same.
Yeah, at home I just weigh them both in grams
Yeah.
with them being the same. I didn't know that for a long time though. I would always press it to change it to millilitres until one time I didn't. And I tried to change it over to see if it made a difference and it didn't. So now I just weigh it the same.
It's amazing how many people are still using evaporated milk on tin fruit. And tin
Yeah.
fruit, I love tin fruit. I've not
Yeah.
had tin fruit for years. That's so
I think
bad,
it's
isn't
such a
it?
treat though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it
Little
reminds you,
fruit
it used to remind me
cocktail.
going around my grandma and granddad's.
Mm.
My granddad used to love fruit, what's that, mixed fruit? What do they call it? The mixed
Fruit
one?
cocktail.
Fruit cocktail, that's
Yeah.
it.
Does it remind
Fruit
you of the war?
cocktail. Yeah, well, I'm not old enough for the war. But the fruit cocktail, and we'd all fight over getting the cherry. Because they never put loads of cherries in, do they?
And do you know what? I always pick the cherries out of my fruit cocktail.
They do.
Yeah, the same as you know when you get a cherry bakewell. I don't like the. Is it the glacier cherries?
Yeah.
Because it's like not like a cherry, is it?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a real cherry.
No.
I reckon we might all be running out for evaporated milk and a tin fruit cocktail.
I think it's such...
What's it called? What's it called? Del Monte. Del Monte fruit cocktail.
Other brands are available.
Yes, other brands, but we always have Del Monte in our house.
This is dessert menu. I don't even know what brand's Aldi that one was. I don't know. I don't think I ever really look at the brand when I buy it. You just gotta keep mixing it till it's all incorporated. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but can you see it's got like a swirl where it's not fully incorporated. So I keep mixing it. I do find as well is once you've got it to mix and it's all incorporated, stop. Put the spatula down, because I find that what can make it go oily at the top. Like sometimes you find you get like an oily layer, and that can just be from over mixing.
So just being asked a question here, so when you use evaporated milk, does it change the taste of the chocolate?
No, I don't think so.
Right.
I think it tastes the same really, because I think the chocolate overpowers the cream and the evaporated milk, so I don't really think you could taste it.
Right, very good. There you go.
And that's that one all done.
Super.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Leave that over here. So, are you going to use the white chocolate tonight?
Yes, I'm going to colour it red to make the drips.
Yeah. Good.
Yes.
It'd be nice for them to see you colour it, actually.
Yeah, so we're going to be using that ganache to cover the cake that I've just made with the cream.
I was going to say, what you can do with all this ganache?
Well, them ones, the water ganache, I don't know. The alcohol one we're probably going to eat. But yeah, that's one of it.
I'm allergic to alcohol, but I'm fine when it's been cooked off.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
Yeah,
You can have
yeah.
it.
So if you cook it and burn off the alcohol, I'm absolutely
So
fine with it.
the next one.
You don't want to do that, do you?
Well, yeah, because I can't eat it if it's neat.
I thought you were alright if it's mixed in with food.
I am if it's mixed in with food. Yeah,
So we will do the.
and it's mixed in with food, isn't it?
Yeah, but you actually need it cooked off rather than just mixed in with food.
Yeah. I'm presuming you heat it up when you use alcohol, don't you?
Yeah, I do it this way
Cooked
on
off
the
it.
bain marie.
Yeah.
And
Good,
that
so
actually
what we're
gets
doing
rid of
now?
the alcohol content as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one is the water ganache for if you just don't have any cream
Anything.
at all. Or I know some places they're not allowed to use cream. Is it like the council for certain areas?
Don't know.
Yeah, if you sell cakes from home, some
Yeah.
places you're not allowed to sell things that need to be refrigerated, like cream.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so water. And also I
Ve-
find,
vegans, yeah.
yeah,
Oh no, I know what chocolate's called.
dummy cakes. I think it's really good this way, you know, if it's just going to be on display and you're not going to be eating it. But to be honest, it just tastes like melted chocolate, so just go for it. And all I do is chip in all of the chocolate and all of the water. There's going to be professional people in the comments going, "Oh, that's wrong."
It's amazing the debate here over the cherries in the fruit cocktail. The ones
Not
who
for
fight
me.
over it, the ones who fight over it, the ones who hate it.
I'd be giving them away, yeah.
Yeah, no, I like the cherries in the fruit cocktail. I don't like the glazed cherries, like you said before.
Yeah, because they're not cherries,
No,
are they?
they're
It's
not,
just like
but
a
I
sugar
like
ball.
them in the fruit cocktail.
Yeah.
My favourite cherries are the ones that you get at Christmas in a little jar. I don't know what they are. What are they? What are they called? Maraschino cherries. Oh, I can eat them by the jarful. And my daughter's mother-in-law, so Laura's, her mother-in-law, she buys me about 3 jars every Christmas. That's my Christmas present. 3
Oh,
jars
I'm
of
going to have to pick
cherries.
some of them out.
Pardon?
You need them for the cocktails.
Well, she knows I can't have a cocktail. She buys me them. They all sit there drinking, and I just have the cherries.
So, with the water ganache, the ratio does change. So, with the water ganache, it's going to be 4-to-1 for white chocolate, 3-to-1 for milk chocolate, and 2-to-1 for dark chocolate.
Okay, so I can answer a couple of these questions. You can use any of these ways with any other chocolate. So you can use ganache, water, alcohol, evaporated milk, and it doesn't matter whether you use dark chocolate, white chocolate, or milk chocolate. You've just got to remember the ratio. So that's what you've got to remember.
I did do a little I did some little pictures that's got each one with the actual ratios on for you. So straight after this live, I'll post it to the group, and then they'll just be there for you.
Okay. And just so that you can recap, how long does the ganache last afterwards? Well, let it cool, okay? And you can either store it in the fridge in a Ziploc bag. You can actually store it in the cupboard. You don't even need to put it in the fridge, really. Or you can store it in the freezer if you want to keep it for much longer. Which I didn't know that you could freeze it.
Yeah.
But we do have chocolate. We do have chocolate here that when Ollie was here, and he just said pour it in the bag, fasten the bag down, take all the air out, and just when it's gone hard, just pop it in the cupboard.
The amount I used to waste, because I'd make a batch, not use it all, and then chuck the rest away because I thought I couldn't do anything. If you can see in the bowl now, it's, I don't know if it's picking up properly, but it's like split a little bit, and it doesn't look great. Really.
We are going to be colouring white chocolate, so don't worry, we're going to get there.
But yeah, so it's not looking too great, but all you've got to do is just keep going. It will come together. And a lot of people think, oh no, you can't put water in chocolate, it'll make it seize. But all that means is that there's not enough liquid in the chocolate. That's what makes it seize. So if you're doing it and it's just seizing up and it's not working, chuck a bit more water in. See if that makes it work.
Debbie Hargreaves, please tell me the subtitles coped with Carol saying cooked off. I didn't see. As you all know, I get my words muddled up. I think that's partly to do with my hearing, so partly to do with I speak too fast, and partly to do because I probably can't speak half the time. I always get myself, I'm going that fast, I get it all out wrong anyhow.
Here we go, guys.
So, what's Geraldine on about here? We do not want any detour in a field on the way home now, do we, Sicilly?
Oh,
so what happened here, Sicilly?
Because last time we came, on the way home, there was like an accident and we had to detour. The police sent us a different way because we couldn't go that way. There was like a car crash, I think, and they sent us through these little country fields, and it was so dark and it was so scary, and I was dying for the toilet and there was nowhere nearby. We had to stop on like a little windy road that looked like something out of a horror film, and I had to get out of the car and I had to have a wee down the side of the car with a field with the sheep looking at me. And
Down the side of the car?
Well, I got out of the car.
What did you do? You managed to cock your leg as well, did you? Down the side.
I had to open the front door and the back door to like block me in a little bit, and I had to just squat. It was liberating.
Changing the subject. Madge on YouTube says when she was young, she used to have tin peaches with evaporated milk and brown bread and butter.
Well, I don't know about the brown bread and butter, but I used to love tin peaches, tin pears.
And dip the bread into the juice and milk.
Yeah. Well, the tin peaches and tin pears, I used to love them. I really did used to love my desserts then. I'd never heard of dipping
bread and butter into evaporated milk and the juice from your peaches.
No, I haven't tried that one.
See, I don't like soggy bread, so I don't like when you get the soggy bread in a trifle. I don't like that, like when you put the soggy bread on top.
So Jane, I haven't announced the winner to the Great British Bake Off from last week's competition. I'm going to find it and I'm going to let Sicilly pick one. You picked one last time, didn't you? Did you pick the winner last time? For
I think so.
Yeah. So I'll let Sicilly pick one later. But I just need to. Let's get on with the live and then I'll do it shortly. And then all the like and shares will get picked tomorrow. So they'll all be picked and they'll be in tomorrow's live. So Karen is doing things with chocolate tomorrow. The poster's already gone out and she's left some for us to try. Did you see it? Where is it where she's left it for us to try?
She put it in the fridge and she said, don't let anyone break it.
Yeah, but she's left me.
Yeah, she's left me there.
One.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, no, sweet, I'm starving. Simon and I can tuck in here.
It smells so good.
So these are our treats.
Oh,
so
little
just put them
caramel
under the camera.
chocolates.
So Karen is doing these tomorrow, okay? And then this is what she's left for Simon and I.
Ooh.
Yeah,
and Sicilly if she wants some.
Yeah,
And
it looks
Ellie.
so good.
There might not be any left by the time it comes back down.
It's that big thing. That big round thing.
Oh, I think that one is an Oreo in chocolate. And then these little ones are caramel chocolates. And this big one...
I don't know if she made that, but I was eating that yesterday.
I can't remember, but it looks like it tastes really good.
Yeah, it does.
And that's the main thing.
So I know some of you asked about the moulds. We only sell the mould for the unicorn one. Just put it back again, sorry. We only sell the mould for the unicorn one. We don't sell the others. Karen will tell you where to get them. Just get them off Amazon. But the unicorn one, we do sell that. It's on our website. The one that she's going to pop an Oreo in. Oreo? What's it called?
An Oreo.
Oreo.
I think I'm saying it right. But that unicorn one is so nice. My daughter would go crazy for them.
So Diane Lunt says, it's true about the cream and EHOs, something about storage and temperatures and how you transport it.
Yeah. I knew something about something.
Have we got
I
them?
can't eat any of that.
No. Well, what can you eat?
One of them.
I've gone out myself. What can we eat that these lot are not going to hear me munching on? Because you've got that microphone coming my way again, haven't you?
I think they'll probably even hear this.
Yeah.
Well, then they'll just know that it has a really good snap. So
Not just chocolate.
this one is going to be white chocolate, and this is like a strawberries and cream alcohol.
Oh yeah, how have you made strawberries and cream alcohol?
I bought it. So it's like Baileys, but like the cheap one. It's not real Baileys, but it tastes really good.
I love you, you're so cute, aren't you? The cheap one.
Yeah, but
The real Baileys, the cheap
no,
one.
not the real Baileys. But yeah, it's strawberries and cream. I did try this with all three. It worked fine. I do find with the dark chocolate, it's really, it can be quite bitter because of the alcohol taste and it being like dark chocolate. It was a bit overpowering. So I did try it with half and half, and I can tell you that you can use half cream-based alcohol like this and half cream or evaporated milk, and it will still work fine. It just cuts the taste a bit. But it's a personal preference, isn't it? I'm not a big...
It's nice to know you can make it with different things though, isn't it?
I'm not a big like dark chocolate person, but whereas someone else might try the dark chocolate one with the alcohol and be like, that tastes great. It just depends on your personal preference.
So Julie Stottard says she thinks if you use Elm Lee, which is the long life stuff, you have no problems.
Yeah, I've used that one before.
So Louisa, yes, we've got different ratios. Sicily has wrote them all down and she's going to pop a post up afterwards so that you can copy it over.
Yep.
So was just the ratio on this was the same as cream, was it?
No, so the ratio for this one actually has two different ratios, because I found that the way that you'd use the same ratio for covering and drip with the alcohol one, it would be a different ratio. So the white chocolate is 3-to-1 if you want to use it for covering a cake. It's 2-to-1 if you want to have it as a drip on a cake. Milk chocolate is 2-to-1 to cover and 1.5-to-1 to drip, and dark chocolate's just 1-to-1. If that's confused everybody.
But that's quite an easy way to think about it, isn't it? So your darkest chocolate is 1-to-1, your medium chocolate, which is milk, 2-to-1, and your white chocolate 3-to-1.
Yeah, I think.
So go from dark to light. That's the way I'm going to remember.
Yeah.
If I can remember anything tomorrow.
I start at my
Or in
favourite
an hour.
chocolate first. That's why it goes white, milk, dark.
And we're going to show you how to colour white chocolate as well.
Yeah.
So don't worry. We're going to use a product called Colour Mill. So we're going to show you how to use that. And we also sell a product called Sugar Flare.
I'm excited to try that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where Karen stores it in the cupboard, but I'm sure we can have a little route round to see where she's put it.
I did order a couple in my last order, but I think I ordered the metallic ones.
Yeah.
I
think it might be in your back there.
I think so. I will be ordering the others, but I got gold and copper.
Did you?
Silver. I got the metallic ones first.
On what she's got in that carrier bag there.
I know. Let's have a look at what I bought.
Oh. Oh, a minute.
What am I looking for now?
Just seen what I ordered.
It's just Sicily's order.
Oh, right.
Oh, you did? You ordered 4.
Yeah, I think I ordered all the
metallic bronze, rose gold.
I am going to order all of them eventually. I just ordered some for now.
If you're wondering what we're on about, there they are there.
Yeah, these ones, which I'm super excited to try. When Karen did the, what was she making? The stars. She did the chocolate and she did the big red, no, was it bauble? She did bright red and I watched her make it and I thought, wow. Because I always struggle to get red, it goes pink first. But I've just got to give this a quick stir. Yeah, so I got rose gold, metallic bronze, normal gold and silver. I'm really excited to give them a go. I thought I could maybe use them to like paint on cakesicles or something.
Are those the chocolate paints?
Yeah. Yeah, they just look so glittery.
So the metallic ones you paint on the white chocolate or the dark chocolate or the milk chocolate, whichever ones you want. And then the other ones, which are not metallic, you can paint on or you can actually mix into your chocolate. And how you use them is you pop them in the microwave, 10-second blast, give them a stir, but make sure you are stirring them. Do not pop it in for 30 seconds because it will pop all over you like it did at Karen on Friday. Did you see that on Friday?
Yeah, we was watching. But she had the apron on.
Yeah, she said.
She was so lucky that it just got all over the apron and not all over her top. And there we go, there's alcohol, white chocolate, ganache made. So
really
isn't that
easy.
simple?
Yeah.
So try not to worry about ganache too much.
And if we don't use all that, that will be going to my works tomorrow for me to pick up.
You can smell the alcohol in it as well, which is nice and boozy for Christmas.
Just let me say something to Trisha. So Trisha suffers with pulsating, I can never say it, tinnitus, yeah, even though I suffer with it. Just let you know, I've suffered now for nearly 20 years in both ears with it, and I have it really very bad. And part of the reason I wear hearing aids is because, one, I'm low tone hearing, but two, it's got rid of it. And it's amazing. So if any of you have got tinnitus, okay, I highly suggest you go and get hearing aids. It's been a lifesaver. I thought I was going to rip my ears out. So I've had it for 20 years and I've just lived with it. It's got worse and worse over the years, so highly recommend. I've tried everything they tell you to do to get rid of it. None of it works. So
my mum was just asking me over there if I turned the hob off. I have, yeah. Yeah, so you can see now that this white one that I did, which we're going to be using for a drip, and this was the one that I did with the evaporated milk. You can see now that this is actually getting to like a lovely drip consistency. And it smells yummy. So let me move all my ganache out the way.
Yeah, Geraldine said, sorry to bring up about your little event to the fields on the way home. She just thought it made her laugh. And then I see Sue Mary brought up something that went on in the group yesterday, Sue. So we're talking, you don't know this, but I had a bit of an experience with frogs and squirrels years ago. So we won't talk about it here, because what goes on in the group stays in the group, girls. You'll have to become a Buttercream Flower member to learn what happened with frogs and squirrels. Still haven't got over them.
I think we will start with some teeth and get them out of the way first. So in here I've got lots and lots of teeth, which look really nice and gnarly.
I have to say, they look really good, don't they? They look very, I think they look very scary-like.
Yeah, perfect Halloween. And we tried to do them in 3 sizes. So we didn't stick to like perfect sizing. We just tried to make some really nice and small, some medium-sized, and then some nice big ones for the front. And I will say my mum made most of these.
She
took
did.
a long time. Yeah. So when I dropped my daughter off at nursery, me and my mum spent like 3 hours on the sofa rolling teeth, and that's why I'm not going to make all of them for you. I'm going to show you how to make a few, and then I've got a plate that I made earlier, like what was that program called? Blue Peter. When they used to say, "This is the one I made earlier." So I'm just using some like modelling paste, flour paste.
So I take it you're going to make these teeth. This is something you might do the day before or something.
Yeah.
You don't want to be doing them just before the cake, do you? It's
No.
like cutting the bouquet squares, girls, for the bouquets. You sit down and make them a day or two before.
Yeah.
Do people in other countries have blue pizza, or is it just a UK thing?
I don't know. I once sent them a
I thought
picture.
you were too young to know about blue pizza.
No, I sent them a picture.
Is it still going? Is it? Right, what we're having on there then?
Well, it's not.
I'll let you have the blue.
It's not really blue pizza anymore, is it? Because it's all new people. But I once sent them a picture when I was little.
I think it was new people. It was going when I was a kid.
It was always new people.
It's new people from when I was younger, and I sent them a picture, and they never sent me my badge. I never even got my picture back, and I was furious. It took me days, and it was just I hand painted it, and it was really good.
How long ago was that?
I think I was probably about 6 or 7, so it actually probably wasn't good. But at the time, I was so proud of it, and I was like, yes, it was.
And you still not got over it?
No, I never got my pencil case. I never got my badge. So if Blue Peter watches this, I'm boycotting you. So to make these, really simple is I get the paste, stick it to my fingers, and then I roll it into a nice little ball, and then I just roll it in my hand like that, and then I squish it down a bit flat and pull it out, and there's a tooth.
I have to say, that looks pretty good, that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Really easy and pretty good. Mine would look all weird, mine.
Yeah, but I think when you've made that many, as well as the ones that are on the cake as
It
well,
looks exactly like
things.
what came out yesterday at the dentist.
Yeah.
we're just like professional teeth makers now. We've made that many. Oops.
Yeah, Simon was having his teeth out at the dentist yesterday.
Yeah, I haven't thrown it in there just in case
Well,
anybody was wondering.
So yeah, and I just
You
roll
were
it
busy
in
telling
my
us you
hand.
didn't bring it home for the
I
fairs
know,
last night.
No, I should have done. I wish I had. I wish I had it in my pocket now. I could just bring it out.
Oh no.
My hands are really warm. That's why this is sticking to me.
There's a request for you here, Simon. Can we do a charity live with Simon making a cake, and we can then donate and raise some for a good cause? Well, I like that idea, and we are going to get Simon to do something. We will be doing a group live nearer Christmas. I think it's the last weekend, isn't it? The last Monday before Christmas.
I don't know.
It's going to be you, Antonia, and who else is it? It's not me, because I've done lives, loads of them.
It's not Karen.
Not Karen, because she's done lives, so it's just you
John?
and Antonia. You'll never get John on here. Not a chance.
So these are just my little tiny teeth that I've made. And then I'm going to put all of these down like this, and then I'm going to move them over here and show you the ones I made earlier. Yeah, so I would make these, or you can make them like the day before, you could even make them the week before. As long as you're storing them properly in like a little cardboard box, then they'll be fine for ages. So I've got some here that are already just white, that my mum didn't dust for me. So I could just show you how I dusted them. Or should I say how my mum dusted them? So what I've used here, we've got them lined up on the top of the microwave, so let me just get them down for you. Oops. So we used the leaf green by Colour Splash. We've used the nutmeg by Colour Splash. We've used sunflower by Colour Splash. And then we have used black by Rainbow Dust. And they're the colours that I've used. And then all I've done is I've got a bit of the brown, which is, well, a bit of the nutmeg, should I say, and mix that with a little bit of the sunflower into a really gross colour that looks a bit like plaque. And then just tap some of it off and dust. You don't have to be neat with it because it's for Halloween. It's not supposed to be pretty. It's supposed to be a bit gnarly and a bit gross. And I think that's the good thing, especially with this cake that I made. We was pretty much able to just throw it together because it's Halloween and it's not supposed to have, you know, neat edges and be all perfect. It's meant to be a bit rough looking. And me and my mum made this cake. How long did it take us, Mum, in my kitchen? 2 hours, 3 hours?
Yeah, but that's with tea and talking.
Yeah, well, it was with like a cup of teas and talking and a 3-year-old who really wanted to help. Which actually means she just ate the fondant. She just runs in and says, "Mummy, I want to help you," and then she just eats it. So we had to tell her that they weren't edible tea. I'm sorry, Trixie, if you're watching. She's probably so angry at me.
I just need to answer some questions about the tinnitus. Sorry to go off subject.
Tinnitus.
Well, whatever it's called, it begins with T.
Tinnitus.
Yeah, it drives me mad. I do have, I've not had mine done on the National Health. I went to one of these fancy shops up the road and signed up for an interest-free payment, so they did cost me a lot of money. But I will tell you, they're Bluetooth to my phone, and you can have different music to them, to the background. So I have a Zen, so I have a Zen sound going on in my hearing aids all the time, and that takes away everything.
All the time?
Yeah, so it's like got a little Zen sound all the time.
No wonder you can't hear what I'm saying.
You're listening to music all the time.
No, you
Got
can't
stereo
hear it.
going
No, you
on.
can't hear it. It's tiny. So if it's completely silent, I can hear it. But like now, I can't hear it.
Does it
Because
not
we're talking.
aggravate you in bed, right?
I
Or
don't
do you not
go into
wear
bed.
it in bed?
No.
I'm just going to dust a little bit of black on, just on the bottom bit.
So how many times can chocolate paint be warmed up? It can warmed up several times to chocolate paint until you've used it all.
I'm really excited to have a go with it.
Did you find the... No, I've not found the back video. I've not looked for it. Sorry. I don't think I own the computer that it was on anymore. You didn't hear the story about me back, did you? Flying in on me. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I was watching. I'm always watching. Even if I don't comment, I'm there. Because sometimes what I do is I put it on the laptop when I'm in bed.
Yeah.
And then I use my phone on the same video, but I mute it so I can talk to people in the comments. But it depends. Sometimes I don't. If my daughter's still awake, then I just watch it. I don't really comment much, but yeah. And then there's some really nice, dirty, gnarly looking.
I have to say they're brilliant. They're brilliant. They look really good.
We found as well, once we stopped caring so much about how we were dusting it and just chucking it on, they looked more like real teeth.
They look really good. What do you think of them? Don't they look good? I think they look
really
brilliant.
like- Yeah, it looks like a dog tooth or something.
They look like when you've just been to the museum and you see them there.
Yeah.
I bet that's what they do.
Probably.
I've been there believing
I
that
feel
they're
like
real
I need a
bones and
necklace
teeth
made
and
out of them
everything.
now.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if there's enough left over, we can have a go.
You need to put holes in them while they're soft, don't you?
I'm sure we'll manage it.
They're asking if I got John on, we'd make millions for charity. You've no chance of us getting John on. Not a chance.
These ones.
I could ask Laura. Don't think Laura and Yin from the office, I could ask them as well.
So, I have got 2 of the cakes already in the fridge because otherwise we would be here all night. And I have one over here that I'm going to grab.
Oh, so Sicily. So Janie Stott says, did you have your picture on the show on the wall? Because you only got one if they put it on the wall. Your badge from Blue Peter. So when your picture went in, it went on the wall. It went on the wall, and if it was on the wall, that's when you got a badge because it was picked.
Oh, I don't know.
So I'm sorry to have to tell you, it wasn't good enough.
So
Didn't reach the wall, Sicily.
Furious.
you don't just give badges away willy-nilly, do they?
They're going to get a stern email. You've brought it all back up. I'm going to send them an email.
Margaret Kirk, no, Simon, the tooth fairy didn't come because he didn't bring his tooth home from the dentist.
He didn't even offer it me, I didn't, and I forgot to ask.
How old are you?
What do you mean?
You won't be believing that you believe in fairies still, will he?
No, but I could have, added it to my tooth necklace, couldn't I?
I highly recommend my hearing aids, by the way. And I will tell you, my hearing is, I can't hear in noisy in noisy environments, but when it's silent I can hear everything. So when they told me I was deaf, I said I don't think so, because I can hear a flea fart, and the specialist just rolled over laughing. He'd never heard that expression before, but I can hear everything when it's quiet. But that's when my, what's it called, tinnitus, that's when it drives me mad. The more quieter it is, the more my tinnitus drives me mad. And that's why you have to have a background noise in your hearing aids.
Well done, Carol, you've learnt a new word.
I did, I'm doing well. I feel impressed that I've done that with me mezzanine. I've just got to get me vegan bacon sorted out.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Carol's vegan bacon roll tomorrow.
So, when I baked this sponge at home and brought it with me, I left it here at the front. I used the salted caramel icing sugar inside it, and my whole house smelled amazing. Yeah, it tastes so good. I made an extra little 4-inch, and we had it last night with custard, and it was so good. So I used that.
You are funny, you're so cute.
I actually made the Swiss meringue buttercream as well last night. With the salted caramel as well. So it's going to be a nice salted caramel cake covered in the chocolate ganache.
We've got a request to know what colour nail varnish you've got on there. I must admit, that is nice, isn't it?
Do you know what? These are just them fake stick-on ones that are super glued on.
Did they come in that colour? Have you painted them
No,
on?
they came in this colour. Where did I get them from, Mum? I can't remember.
And you've just stuck them on?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
You've done a good job of them, haven't you?
It's like mushroom, that, isn't it?
I don't know. Oh yeah, I got them from B&M, and they're just the glue-on ones. And
this is why we love you.
And I used some super glue. I didn't use the glue that was in it. I used the super glue, which they say you shouldn't do because it can rot your nails. But I didn't want to pop one off on my ganache or something. So
they'll never come off.
They were. I've done it before.
Oh, Sicily, what are you like?
So
super glue.
What do I need?
Martin better get his skates on, hadn't he? Yeah. You're a proper catch.
I know. I used to get my nails done all the time, but then with lockdown and things like that, I haven't been to get them done. And then I don't want to go get them done properly in case, everything stops and then I won't be able to go and get them infilled. So I'm just sticking to stick-on ones when I do my lives and things for now, until we know things are a bit different. But yeah, this is the salted caramel Swiss meringue, and it smells amazing.
Oh, it smells nice,
it tastes so good as well. And I did find as well, it like cuts some of the sweetness, that you get with like normal buttercream. Yeah. It made a massive difference to me. And I always watch you when you fill a piping bag, and you always like have it in one hand. And I'm always watching, thinking, just put it in a cup.
Why? I can't do it in a cup.
Because you always look like you're like trying to hold the bag open with one hand and trying to fill it.
I do. But I can't do it in a cup.
Could you not?
No, it drives me mad. Eh? Yeah.
See, I can't do it with one hand. The last time I came and did a live, I did it with one hand. And I tried to make myself look really good, like I knew how to do it, and it was so hard. So I just put it in a tall drinking cup like this, and then I can use both my hands. Like this.
Oh, you're so funny.
And it doesn't matter what I'm filling a piping bag up with, I just put it in a cup like this. I just makes it so much easier for me anyway. But I've not got like the professional piping bag holding skills. Maybe it'll come in time. There we go.
There, Maria thinks the same as me. Sicily is so well grounded, you just have to love her. She is, she's so cute, and she has me stitches in this kitchen, the things she comes out with.
Right, there's already so much serious stuff going on, isn't there? There we go. Move my cup out of the way.
Yeah, see, Alison says, since watching and learning from Carol, I now fill in a piping bag in my hand and I can't do it in a cup anymore.
I can't do it in my hand. Honestly, it's terrible. It would be everywhere. It's sort of my arms. It just gets all worse. It comes back out the top of the piping bag. But like I said before I came on, I'm not a professional. I just do what works for me. I was going to get some caramel on the way here to put in between my layers as well, but I forgot. So
you could have asked Karen, she's been making that today, caramel.
Yeah, it's not so good.
Sorry guys, I'm going to have to start munching again. All those with your earplugs in will hear me now crunching on Karen's caramel. Sorry.
This smells amazing. I'm surprised I didn't just sit and eat it out of the bowl on the way here. I was super excited though with, you know, just how easy it was to do the whipping it up.
I'm going to debate now about getting the warehouse lads doing the lives. Get them all lined up to see who's going to do them. And they're all saying that they like the way you are. We all need Sicily in our house. I have to say, she does make me smile all the time. Oh, I forgot you. Oh, you're going to kill me. I forgot the pumpkin. Yin made a most amazing pumpkin and I friggin' forgot it. She's engraved Sugar and Crumbs all over it and the whipping it up.
What's an actual pumpkin?
Oh. It's a smashing job. I friggin' forgot it.
I'm terrible at carving pumpkins.
I'm going to have to get
Where is it?
Is that work? I'm going to have to get Karen to bring it
in the morning, yeah.
I will.
Is she watching?
I don't know.
Are you watching, Karen? Don't pretend you're not.
I'll send her a text message now. Yeah, Yin at work has carved a pumpkin. I freaking forgot.
I've got my daughter a pumpkin.
Oh, they're talking about the lads doing a calendar for 2021. Right, okay.
Have they seen the lads?
After I went, right, okay.
There we go.
Well, you're a photographer, Simon. You're going to have to go down and take the photographs.
I think it'd be very good.
We could actually, we could get them done in their pink high-vis jackets, couldn't we?
Yeah, just to have.
Yeah.
I hope they're long. Or they're just carrying boxes or something, strategically.
Oh, your Martin will be up for a calendar shoot. Get in. He's just said that. I'll be up for a calendar shoot.
Just any excuse to flaunt himself.
That looks nice, Sicily. That looks lovely.
I made sure to put extra in.
That looks fantastic.
What have you put in that one?
The Swiss meringue buttercream.
Right.
Whipping it up.
It was
salted caramel.
using the...
So she's made a salted caramel sponge with the flavoured icing sugar.
And the Swiss meringue buttercream.
Cream with whipping it up.
Which was already made.
Which she pre-made.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. When Karen does lives next week, she's going to go through whipping it up with you. So every day next week, we are going to be whipping it up in the kitchen. Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll be doing that, and then the week after, every day. Yes, that's good, Joe. They could wear the new aprons. We're going to have to do this, Simon, aren't we? We're going to have to get all the lads together.
Yeah, I've got some ideas.
And we could take pictures around the warehouse with them. They could be on the stairs, they could be on the mezzanine, they could be looking down, couldn't they? Oh, you've got me thinking now, girls. Got me thinking now. Straddled across the desk.
They're going to want extra pay, aren't they?
On top of the blenders.
No, there's hygiene issues there.
Yeah.
Carol?
Yeah?
Could you put that in that fridge for me, please? Just so
Yeah,
we can
Simon.
get it to set a bit
Put that in
more.
that fridge, please, Simon. Thank you.
Just pass it around. Just to get it to set a little
Put it
bit
in the
more.
freezer.
Yeah, or the freezer.
Yeah, put it in the freezer, it'd be better.
Don't let me forget about it, guys.
No.
Just so we can get it to like covering consistency, because like I said, you'd usually leave it a few hours, but we're just going to speed that up. We're just going to skip that step.
Right, so what we're going to do now then, while we're waiting?
So
Talk about next year's
So
calendar.
you've been making ganache.
Yeah.
Could you have used ganache for the filling? Would you do that?
Yeah.
Is that something you would do?
Yeah, especially if you was to whip it, then that would make it go all like fluffy with like air in it, so it'd be more like a frosting.
So at which point would you whip it?
Once it's set. So I'd leave it till it's like covering consistency, and then I would put it in the mixer and whip it up. And then what you could even do is you could make like your either normal or your Swiss meringue, and then just chuck a big dollop of it in, you know, if you was wanted to make it like more indulgent. So, you know, like if you was to do like the Jaffa twist one and then put a big dollop of it in whilst it's mixing, that would be extra chocolatey.
Right, so what are we waiting for now? We're waiting for the ganache to cool down.
So waiting for the ganache to
and
cool
we've got a cake
down.
in the fridge. What else do we need to do? Because I'm sure they're very excited for you to show them how to colour white chocolate.
Yeah, shall we do that whilst we're
I think
waiting?
so.
Yeah. Well, if not, I'm just going to lean here like this. Just whilst we wait.
I thought you was really getting comfy there.
I was settling down for a good chat.
Right, so we sell a brand called Colour Mill, okay? And some of the colours we've had to disable because now we've got these new EU regulations. There's some colours we're not allowed to sell anymore, but thankfully we're still allowed to sell red. I know, I don't know. I don't know, but there's something that's come in. They've got can't sell purple anymore, which I don't know why. They're from Colour Mill.
You mean non-EU regulations?
Non-EU regulations, yeah. Okay, so because they come in from Australia, so some of them don't comply. So there's a couple of colours that are now missing that we can't sell. But we can still sell red. So I think like the hot pink we can't sell anymore. I don't think we can sell the candy pink anymore.
Do you think it's
mainly the pinkish colours, the pink and purple colours, which I thought was a bit strange. Why we could still sell red?
Just put a bit less red in.
Well, yeah. That's what I do.
So anyway, so we've got that. So we're going to colour it with Colour Mill tonight.
Yeah.
And then if we've got any ganache left, we'll melt some of these. If I can find them, I'll have a look in the cupboard, see what Karen's done with them. In fact,
I didn't want to get it on myself.
on your new nails.
No, on my new blouse. I don't care about the nails.
And Kim says, do you syrup your sponges?
No.
No,
I have done. I have done in the past, but I find that since I've found the right recipe for me, I don't feel like I have to syrup them anymore.
Yeah.
I think it's a good way to infuse flavours though as well. You know, if you wanted to make like a flavoured syrup, even with like the icing sugars, you can make like a sugar syrup with it to give it extra flavour. But I don't personally anymore.
I wouldn't add the icing. I wouldn't add the flavoured icing sugars to ganache. I think you would just waste it. To be fair,
I don't know if you'd be able to taste it.
Yeah, no, I don't think you'd be able to taste it.
It's
Louisa,
very sweet.
Yeah, I wouldn't add the icing sugar to it. Louisa, yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday, Karen is going to be using Whipping It Up because we've got a full day class on Monday. So all those who are in the Ollie the Chocs class on Monday, the handbag class. So it's going to be really very exciting on Monday. So are you all ready with your handbags, ladies? So you're going to be making handbags in that class and truffles to pop in your handbags, and I think he's going to think of some other ideas that you can pop in your handbags so that when you give them as a gift, people and they crack open the handbag, they've got other little things.
Some makeup in there.
Yeah. So that class is on, and then Ollie the Choc is in the kitchen on Monday night. So Karen is going to do 11:30 on Tuesday morning, 11:30 Wednesday. With Whipping It Up, but she can't use it on Friday because it's vegan bacon. Whatever it is, she is baking on Friday vegan because I can't get it out. I learned yesterday, I never knew this, that these lot were taking the mickey out of me in the group, that I say bacon.
You do say bacon.
I don't say bacon, I say bacon.
No, but that's what it sounds like.
It's
Yeah, but I say vegan bacon.
But what you're saying, Carol, is I don't say bacon, I say bacon.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I say bacon. I don't say bacon.
I don't say bacon, I say
I
bacon.
don't say bacon. Bacon. I say bacon.
You don't say bacon, but you don't say baking either.
Is it called baking? Do you pronounce
Whatever
the
it
K?
is you're saying, it's
Go on, how do you
sounds
say it
exactly
then?
the same.
Bacon. I don't
Right,
know.
what do you say then?
For which one?
For the bacon?
Bacon.
No, whatever it is that she's doing, the bacon.
Bacon.
The non-vegan thing.
Bacon.
Baking.
Stop taking the mickey now. The bacon.
Baking.
Do you have to say the K, the king?
Bacon.
Yeah.
Baking.
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 The more I say it, the more it sounds like not a real word anymore.
So am I missing the K when I say it? The vegan bacon. Bacon.
Well, there's a G on the end of baking, isn't there? That's the difference.
Right, that's what I do say, the G.
Or you could say bacon. I don't know which one that
I do
is.
say
but
bacon.
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 Kin.
And bacon.
Yeah, but I do say that bacon.
No, you say bacon.
Which one
No,
was
I
that?
don't.
Bacon.
I say bacon.
You did that time.
Yeah. Well then. Must be when I say it too fast. You lot aren't listening. Go and get your earplugs in. Go and get your new hearing aids, all of you. Oh, dear me.
So
Right.
which is the one you have? People would have for the breakfast if they're not vegan.
Sorry.
Which is the meat thing that people might have for the breakfast. What's it called?
Bacon.
Bacon. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's bacon.
Bacon. Yeah.
I don't say bacon. I say bacon. Oh yeah, they're in the first cupboard with the vacay here. Right, okay. Karen just told me where they are. Oh, so that you can play with these
Oh,
colours.
Karen's on
Oh,
this
here
year.
we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
That's good stuff. So you don't have to open yours up.
Oh, thank you.
Well done, Karen. So we can show you how these work so you can paint with them.
Mm.
Some brushes out.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah. I'm going to leave that so it can mature a
It's
little
got that
bit.
lovely red. It's
Mhm.
gorgeous red, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And it should deepen a little bit more
Yeah,
as well,
it
just
will do.
whilst it
Thanks,
sits.
Karen. Loads of lovely comments about your top. What did I say tonight?
Thank you.
I said that tonight, didn't I? Like your top.
I got it yesterday.
Where have you got that from?
Sainsbury's.
Because last time we asked you, you gave us another funny story
Yeah,
about where you got your top
It
from.
was Oxfam, yeah.
Yeah. It was
I
actually,
shop
it was the
inside
air
the shops,
ambulance
it's not-
actually.
You wouldn't know, would
Air
you?
ambulance. I did buy one from the air ambulance for tonight, but then I went to Sainsbury's yesterday and they had like 75% off on like, you know, like a sales rail, and then they had 25% off on top. So I think it worked out about, it's about
Nothing.
£4.
100% off, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, I think it worked out about £4, and I really like it. Yeah.
I do. We're all going to Sainsbury's tomorrow.
And it goes very nicely with your nails.
Yeah.
Thank you.
From
Can I
B&M.
have? Yeah, my nails from B&M. Can I have my cakes, please, Simon?
Which ones would you like? All of them?
Both of them, please.
So I mustn't be saying the king then. You have to say king.
Mm.
So Jake is just saying it's like king.
I don't think I say it though either.
What do you say?
Bacon. Yeah, I think I say it the same as you, but
No, you say kin, not con. Yeah.
bacon. Yeah, bacon. But I don't say the ing. I say like bacon.
Well, anyhow, they all know what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you
How
can say
cute
bacon.
this is.
You can say
Who's that
bacon.
one for?
Hmm?
Who's that one for?
This one is for the middle bit.
Ah,
Yeah.
very good.
So I've already put some little dowels
Show
in.
it on the overhead.
Oh yeah, so I don't tip it off. Oops. Yeah, so I've put 5 in both. That's how many I put in mine. I know some people put lots and lots in, and if that's what you're comfortable with, then. But I like to live on the wild side a little bit. And you could also, if you wanted to, with it being a different size, if you're a little bit nervous, you could centre dowel it, especially if it's got to travel. But I find this works fine, and I'll let you know if it makes it home. So then we'll know. Right.
Yeah, I've been asked to say, but I can say this word, sausages.
Sausages.
I can do that one.
Sausages.
I couldn't say hospital when I was little. I remember being about 7 or 8, and I always used to say upper pickle for the hospital. and I couldn't say
What
it.
did you say?
Hopper pickle.
Hopper pickle.
So I used to, and my dad used to say, right, you're not coming in until you say it. So I had to, he said, you've got to keep walking around the garden until you can say hospital. And I'd be walking around, hopper pickle, hospital. Then I'd go and knock on the door. Yeah, you can use that. Then I'd knock on the door and I'd say, I can say it now, Dad. And he said, go on, say it. Hopper pickle. Right, get back walking. See, it's been going on all my life, this, hasn't it?
This is what people want to hear, isn't it?
Been going on all my life. So if you can hear all the noise, Sicily's rooting round for sugar paste.
Yeah. I always call it fondant. Fondant.
That's the American name.
Yeah, I learnt that off one of your lives when you was talking about it before the other week, about how it's sugar paste, not fondant. But I think nearly everything that I've learnt has been from YouTube, and a lot of them are always like from America. So yeah, so I just call it the American words a lot of the time, I think, because that's what I've learnt that they are when I first started to learn.
Right. Well, it seems I've got a lot of learning to do. I've got to learn to say my words properly. I'm only nearly 59. Simon, when's your birthday? Oh, you're in December, aren't you?
December, yeah.
Oh, they'd have to wait a long time for your calendar, won't they? They want to know what month you're going to be on the calendar.
Unless it's one of those calendars where we start in December, just so you can, you know.
Are you going to get this calendar done? I'm working with the lads all day tomorrow. I'm going to tell them. In fact, I'm going to send myself an email to remind myself what I'm going to tell them, because I'll have forgot.
Well, you'll need it on the website by November, really, won't you?
What, for next year?
Yeah.
Need some sugar and crumbs.
So people could buy it for Christmas.
Oh yeah, some Sugar and Crumbs edible knickers.
Where would I get them from?
What? You can use my edible fabric.
I'm having a conversation here about making a calendar, and now we've got frigging edible knickers going on.
My mum said you need some Sugar and Crumbs knickers, and I said you can make some edible.
Listen, we're classy here, you know. We have Sugar and Crumbs aprons. We don't have Sugar and Crumbs edible knickers.
Not yet.
Your mum was just talking about just normal knickers for the boys to wear while for the photographs with Sugar
Boys
and Crumbs
can
on
wear them if they want to.
underneath their aprons.
Oh. Stop it, Mum, you're putting me off. Oh, I'm trying to decide which brown to use.
It's amazing how many people can't get the words out. You want to read these here? Somebody couldn't. Karen Ailer's brother couldn't say ambulance. He always said ambulance. That's a good one, that ambulance.
Ambulance.
Carol Allen's done well in the sale at Sainsbury's. She got 2 skirts, 2 blouses from Sainsbury's in the sale. Was £1 each, and when she got to the till, she got an extra 15% staff discount.
Oh, that's
Good,
brilliant. That is. I got a
Have you given that
couple. I got a couple for about £1.50 with all the, you know, the sales knocked off. I was really chuffed because I didn't even know they had a sale on. I went to have a look at the toy sale. I thought, oh, I'll have a quick look, and it was a good thing I did. I think I'm going to go for the tree trunk colour.
Right.
Stop. Yeah, I'm going to
So
go
just
tree
to let
trunk.
you know, it's 9:20.
Okay. Oh gosh.
I'll translate that for you, just in case you didn't understand. That means hurry up.
It's just time.
I'm just thinking
to
about
get
how much you've
away.
got to do.
Yeah. Could you just stir the ganache for me in the freezer? Is
Right,
it
I'm going to
thickening
send
up?
myself an email about a calendar with the lads tomorrow, because I'm working with the lads. I've been working with them all day today, so I'll just send myself one tomorrow. So Carol, how's the ganache doing?
Is it thickening up?
S and C calendar.
This
Okay.
is the worst part, I think, is the colour in it.
Have you got enough, lads?
I've got enough lads. Got loads of lads.
Have you got enough for every month?
I think so. Let me have a little think about it. So we've got you, and you.
Well, Martin's already said he'll have a
Just
go.
think how many lads we've got. So I've been working with Paul today, Jimmy, Seb, Thomas, Tom. That's who I've been working with. We've got younger Alfie. He's our youngest member. He might be a bit scared him. He's only 16.
I think he'll be a bit young.
He needs to be over 18 anyway.
Yeah. And then if I go over to the other warehouse, we have Mike, Marcin, Sylvester, Majube, and Jonathan. So we're too short. Then we've got you, Simon.
Martin said he'd have a go.
Martin said he'd have a go.
Oh, I didn't tell you. I was doing a practice run with all of the different flavoured ganaches just to make sure that they all worked fine, so I wasn't too nervous about coming back on. And we had them all left on the side. So Martin came home and decided he was going to melt them all down, put them in one big bowl together and pour his cereals on top.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. He had Crave cereals, like the little chocolate pillows, and poured melted ganache on top. So there was white, milk, dark, water ganache, cream ganache. Yeah.
How did the
Alcohol ganache. He ate it and he enjoyed it. I think he said he felt a bit sick later on, but
And what colour are you making it? Oh, this brown colour.
Doesn't seem
just
particularly
brown, just to go a
surprising.
bit round the board. We'll get it done.
We'll get it done.
We'll get it done. It'll be fun.
Do you want me to help you with anything?
Did you just finish that off?
Is this got to be brown, this?
Well,
Can you give me the brown colour?
which one?
Which
Got
one
a
are you using?
variety. I put that one in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you can carry on with the next bit.
Yeah. So I've got my cake. Put this one on top. And then in a minute I'm just going to put a bit of ganache around the board. And then stick some teeth in.
And do you have another cake on top?
Yeah. That's in the fridge, so I've just got to put some ganache on it.
Oh yeah, because you're going to show them how to ganache, aren't you?
Yeah, I just did these two, so you didn't have to watch me ganache all three cakes.
And we're just waiting for the ganache to come out the freezer so that you can carry
Yeah.
on.
I think it's ready.
You think it's ready?
We'll make it work, it'll be fun. At the end of the day, it'll be really yummy. So, and I've told you all, if you're making this at home, give it a few hours, but I'm just going to give it a few minutes. Yeah,
Is that alright? Is that enough?
it'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Would you want it to go in the freezer while you put things together?
It's just come out of the freezer.
I know, does she want it to go back in for any longer?
I think maybe another 5 minutes actually. 'Cause
Well, she can do the board, you see, can't she?
Alright.
yeah.
Is this brown enough?
Yeah.
Oh, there's not much of Karen's snacks left, is there?
No.
Do you have any Oreo one?
No, that's got crunchy bits in it, hasn't it?
Oh, because you too. Right.
Yeah. So I can only eat the chocolate and caramel bits, like the bit you've just eaten.
Right, ping myself an email, girls, to remind myself. Oh, Karen's just said she's going to call in for the pumpkin tomorrow. Oh, she's been listening. She's a good girl, is Karen.
I've got to say, people are very quiet tonight on YouTube. I don't know what they're saying on there.
They're very chatty on here.
Are they?
Yeah. Let's hope it's warm when the pictures are taken.
Maybe it's because I'm not saying much to them. I
Don't
don't know. Hi. Nomsa? Is it Nomsa? Well, hello in South Africa.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. So don't forget, everyone, to like and share this live tonight. When is the Ann Summers party? I've just tuned in. That's you and your freaking edible knickers. We'll have to do them on another live.
What, the edible knickers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to challenge you to make them.
I could do that, I think.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out.
I missed that episode when you were making your edible cloth.
Oh, did ya?
Did you? Was you not here for that one?
Oh yeah, it was Antonia.
How was it?
Yeah. Oops.
Right.
I just realised I didn't get your little thing out.
What little thing out?
The little
Oh,
the little rolly thing.
Right, yeah. You can only use the plastic one.
Yeah.
Let me have a look. We've had a bit of a throw everything in the cupboard moment from the...
Oh, Jill Cook's watching.
Eh?
Is she on there as well? Is she on both?
Who?
Jill Cook. She says she's watching on YouTube.
Oh.
Thank you, Jill.
Yeah, I'm usually watching on both. Usually have it on YouTube, on the laptop, and then on my phone for the comments.
I've only got the small one. You have to use that
Yeah,
one.
that would do. Thank you.
Well, we don't mind you doing that. You can watch on two things. That's all the better. Put YouTube on your telly. That's the best way to do it.
Right. So go on then, Sicily. What we're doing now? What can they see?
So I'm just going to put some fondant on this board, just to cover up the silver.
And it saves a lot of fondant if you cover the board after you put the cake on, doesn't it?
Yeah, sometimes I do it this way and sometimes I put it on before. It just depends. But I do find this way is a bit more fiddly, but it does save a lot more fondant.
Yeah.
But I know some people like prep their boards like in advance, but
No.
I'm not organised enough for that. So sometimes I end up doing it this way because I don't do it straight away.
There you go, Margaret Kirk. She's watching us on YouTube and she's doing comments on the iPhone.
Yeah.
On her phone.
Oh yeah, so at least I'm not the only one that does it that way.
The quality's better on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's usually on a bigger screen as well. Whether it's the telly or the laptop, one of them. I'm just cutting the
Can you
excess
see
off.
that over there? Yeah. You need to push that into the middle of the board
Yeah, sorry.
so they can
I
see.
should have said that. Should have said.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Can you
but
see now?
who knows?
It's because I know the time now. I feel like, oh,
Yeah, it's 9:30 now.
I know. I'm feeling flustered now.
Are you cutting around the top of the board or the bottom there? I can't tell.
Just round the top of the board here. Let me
Yeah.
do round the
Do you
front.
want a sharp knife? Do you want me to cut that round the board for you?
Yeah.
Right. Pass us the cake. Wait a minute.
So when I'm at home, I'd use a scalpel to do it, or you know, like a sharp knife. But I don't want to put a sharp knife near your board.
Well, you don't need to. Just hold it like that, don't you?
Yeah, but I've not got like the professional
Yep.
holding cake board hands.
You've not got a cake
Like-
holding hand.
Yeah, like the piping bag. I've not got like the professional hands for it.
I'm going the wrong way round. I need to go this way. Yeah. There we go.
I'm back.
You're dead gentle, you are.
Okay.
Right, go on then.
So I'm just going to get a bit of ganache and just fill this tiny gap a little bit.
Do you want it to go on a turntable? It would be easier for you.
Yeah, I've got one here.
Here.
Oh,
Oh, there's one here as well.
which one would you like?
I
This
just
one?
realised I've got two turntables. I didn't know. I thought I'd been using the same one.
I think your mum got that. I think your mum got one out, and I ended up passing the one that had the
It
dogs
was
on.
perfect.
Yeah.
I moved it. We can't actually see that. Do we want to see what she's doing?
Yeah. Oh, we can't see from the back. No.
Yeah.
So yeah. So she's gonna just try and get round the front now. Bless her.
Yeah, so
There you
all I'm doing is I'm just filling in this little bit of a gap. Obviously if you was at home doing this, then you take a little bit more care to make sure your cakes are a bit more even than I did, but these got stacked and covered just before we went live
Don't
today.
move that, Carol. trying to adjust it.
Right, okay. There you go, that's good. There we go. That won't, that's a bit better. Sorry, could I unscrew it off?
Yeah, completely loosen that off.
Sorry. Right, great. Should have finished by the time you got there.
There's more to do.
Right, just show them on this camera what
We
you're
can
doing.
dream, can't we?
Yeah, and figure out where my spatula needs to be.
There.
So there was just a tiny gap between this cake board for the next cake and the cake. So I've just run a little bit of ganache just around it, just to make sure that it's...
So would you always keep a board there? You wouldn't put the cake on top of the cake?
No, because then the cakes could collapse through because of the weight, and that's one of the reasons why I put the 4-inch that's in the middle on a 6-inch board, just to help distribute the weight a little bit more, so I could put the dowels like further apart on this bottom one. Yeah, just to make it just a little bit more sturdier. I don't know if it does make it any more sturdier, but that's what makes the sense to me. And the good thing is like the inside is going to be quite dark and shadowed, and we're going to be putting ganache strips on it anyway, so...
Oh.
What have you done?
I've accidentally picked that up.
You've done what?
No, it's not affecting the viewers, but...
Alright, what have you done? I can't see. You've done what?
You've just got the centre.
What, me?
You've got no head.
Right.
It's alright.
He's zoomed right in, so you're now headless.
No, you're not though. This
No?
is just my view. I don't think it's anybody else's view.
Right.
Oh, that's alright. I like to think I'm an okay view. So I'm going to put a little bit of ganache around this 4-inch. I've already put a layer on, but I'm going to put another layer on, just so that it's not too firm, so I'm going to be able to stick some teeth to it. I loved the cake that Jerry did
Oh, it was
the
fantastic,
other night
wasn't
with
it?
the bat on the top. It was
Yeah.
so good.
I didn't even know a bat looked like that. I didn't even know a bat had fur.
You've seen a bat though, Carol.
Let me tell you, I was under the table when that bat came in. And he wasn't as big as that bat that Jerry made. Jerry
No.
made a ginormous bat. I think I would have had a heart attack if one had flew in on me that big.
I never got to tell you my frog story.
Have you got a frog story as well?
Yeah.
We'll share it for next week's buttercream flowers. Oops.
Just dropped it. It's alright. Just going to move this one to one side a second and grab the other one out of this fridge. Because then this one can go in the fridge whilst I'm sticking teeth to it. And I'm just going to grab myself another spatula because I threw that one at myself.
Right, you're going to ganache this one for them, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want a drum for it to go on? So it's not
Yeah.
all stuck to your card?
Thank you.
Or not stuck to the, whatever it is stuck to.
Thank you.
I'm just emailing myself. Can anybody remember why I'm meant to be emailing myself apart from the camera? Apart from the calendar. I've emailed myself about that. I'm meant to be emailing myself about something else.
No. No, I think that was
It's
it.
so bad, isn't it? I can't remember anything.
Maybe somebody watching will remember.
So, go on then. Ganaching.
Yeah, so I'm
So
just...
it's a nice thicker consistency. Do you want to just show them the consistency that it needs to be for ganaching?
Yeah.
So we go to the overhead, Simon.
So this is the consistency that we're at. So it's not
I think
really...
it's better on the front actually, so we can see it.
Is it?
See it drop. How much
Yeah,
it drops or doesn't drop.
Yeah. So it'll drop if you give it really good. I splashed myself with it. But yeah, so it's a lot thicker, which I think works a lot better. But if Sometimes if you find that you left it to one side and it gets too thick, then just like 10-second blast in the microwave, and then that should just get it to a consistency that's spreadable.
No, it's not the pumpkin. Karen's going to bring the pumpkin in, she's seen it. I feel so bad I forgot the pumpkin, I can't believe it. She's done such a lovely job of the pumpkin.
I'm excited to see this pumpkin now.
It's lovely. She's wrote S&C with the right, Sugar and Crumbs with the right font as well, into the pumpkin. She's done the whipping it up whip, and I've gone and left it in the fridge.
Oh, I can't even do a face on a pumpkin.
No. Geraldine Allen, I've got to humor myself to tell them about the calendar and telling all the lads if they're not on the board that they're not proper S&C employees. Karen Griffith says, no, you were going to message me about the pumpkin, but I've already received a text message off you. Was it the pumpkin, but Karen has covered it? Has it covered? I can't remember. I was going to friggin' email myself about something.
I bet it was something really important as well.
I know. I'll probably wake up in the middle of the night remembering.
So I find you put this on just like the same way you would buttercream, really. I'm just putting it on at a weird angle so it's on the camera. But then, yeah, and then...
And how many coats of ganache would you put on?
I would usually do 2, the same way that you would buttercream. So I do like a thinner one and then a thicker one. But I'm just going to put 1 on, just like a thicker one, because of our time.
But haven't you got to scrape it for the bark effect?
Yeah.
So we're not got to do fur effect. That's it.
Yeah, I'm just doing like a nice thicker.
It's definitely not a tree.
Yeah, some people said that it's a tree.
Yeah, it's definitely not a tree. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we was trying to go for like the wolf effect, but a few people have said it looks like a possessed tree. It's my concentration face.
No, we're all listening. We're all watching.
So is this cake the top layer?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're going to put teeth in. You're going to put teeth underneath it when it's on.
Yeah.
You're not turning it over.
Well, she's got a drip to do yet, so she's got to fur it all up. So Sicily has got to fur it all up. She's got to put the drip on. She's got to put the teeth in.
Well, it's only 20 to 10. You've got another 2 hours, haven't you?
20 minutes.
Be fine.
She's
totally chilled.
She's doing it.
Totally chilled.
Doing it on Carol time, aren't you?
Yeah, totally chilled.
Carol's
They
2
don't
hours.
mind.
Like your
They
2
like-
hour
they
put
like-
screen flower classes that go on 4 hours.
Yeah, but that's because I tell them all sorts of things that are going on in my life.
I always quite like it when the lives go over
Do
the
you?
time. I
John
just get
goes
to watch
mad
it
about the
for
live show.
longer.
John says the live should be 1 hour, and everybody says
What
no,
can
no,
you
don't.
do in an hour?
Well, you can't do nothing in an hour, can you?
Well, no, you would have to like split it up over like
And I look at it, I'm keeping you all
a few
company.
days. Well, that's what I think is because once the live's over, I'm just going to go to bed. Whereas when I'm watching the lives, I get to have a laugh, I get to talk to people. It's got no friends, really. So I always say to my partner, I say, oh yeah.
I'm having a girls' night.
I say, well, Jane said this today on the group, or...
But it is like having a girls' night in, though, isn't it? On a Monday and Thursday when you're doing the lives, isn't it? And everybody's got to know each other, which is lovely. And the groups are even more amazing. The small class groups are even more amazing because everybody really knows each other in them.
Yeah, I like to think of everyone in the group as my friends, even though I don't know what half
That's
of
the
you
big
look
group.
like. Yeah, in the big group. And I always think, you're my friends. friends. I don't know what any of them look like or anything.
No, but it's nice, isn't it, to see names trekking up, and it's nice that people recognise you coming into the kitchen as well.
For a second.
There you go, Simon.
So I've got a big plate of teeth.
Yeah.
Nice and gnarly looking. So what I did with that cake that's there, I couldn't find it.
So did you put your drip on after then?
Yeah.
Right, good.
And what I did as well with that one is I stacked the entire cake and then tried to put the teeth on the inside, which made it a bit harder, which is why this time I'm going to put some teeth on first. So there's a tooth.
That was a nice technique. Do you want to show how to do that again?
Just
Is there a certain way on how to put the teeth in?
no.
I'm trying to find a place where we can see what you're doing.
Stab it in.
It's quite good, that, isn't it? I like it. Just you don't sort of layer them out in rows or anything. You just put them anyway, don't you?
What I tried to do is like have some on the bottom facing upwards and then some facing that way, so it was like a mouth.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter, I don't think.
Yeah.
What made you come up with this idea?
I
There's no...
don't know, nightmares, I suppose. I have no idea. But I've done a fault line cake, you know, using the different sizes before, and I did like flowers on the inside, like little diamantes.
That's
and
what
stuff.
I should do with my nifty
There's
nozzles.
no set pattern of teeth for wolf tree monsters.
Yeah. But you could just do, you could do whatever. You could do like eyeballs or, if you wanted to make it look prettier, I've done it with flowers, and the nifty nozzles inside here would look amazing. You could do it with anything, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's got me thinking about my nifty nozzles class. That I should do that as a little bit of a bonus class, isn't there?
But because it goes in like so much, it gives you that extra room, and then when you do it as like, when it's all done, it just looks like it's really hollow in the middle, if I'm making any sense. I know what I'm trying to say, but it's just not coming out.
No, but you got my mind thinking.
Yeah, got mine ticking. This is the really exciting bit. And then what I did try and do as well is I stuck the smaller ones right in the middle, and then I put the medium ones like towards the edges, and then I used the big ones up at the front to give it all different effects. Like this. See? Oh, where are we? That way.
Oh, we've got someone who loves you, Simon. I love Simon, now he asks questions.
Who's that?
Oh, look at you, who's that? We've got another fan, you. Hey, Michelle Ward.
Can I have the other cake,
There you
Simon,
go.
please?
You
Have
may.
you done all those?
I've done this half for now.
Oh yeah, Debbie Hargreaves got an edible bra once as a secret Santa at work. That's funny, isn't it? Don't know what I'd do.
At
Somebody did
work?
that. Yeah. Secret
I hope
Ooh,
that's
that's
like,
that from at work.
no, I
need to
hope
ask
that you're like
questions
really
there, don't you?
cute, like really close to your other co-workers. Because imagine if you wasn't close with them and you got that as a gift.
Yeah, this is funny. Deirdre. Sorry, Deirdre, but John is my husband. She went, who's John? The boss man. Well, when I say he is, I let him think he's the boss all the time at work.
Yeah.
It just makes him feel good. But the final decision comes down to me. Unless he's listening.
He's always listening.
I know. Angela Blagg. I spend more time
Did,
with her. Spends more time with us than her hubby.
Where's the camera?
Oh, they've all answered for me, Carol's
See?
husband. Yeah, they are. So Lisa's right there. Lisa Rachel Mealing says, if it was an hour, everything would have to be, here's one I made earlier. So not so real.
Well, you wouldn't get to see
No.
everything that gets made.
Yeah. And that's what they want to see. They want to see how you're coating this all up. So like that, I wouldn't have thought that you was going to cover the board with ganache. underneath. That's good, isn't
Just
it?
so I can get the teeth to stick to it, that's all. But one thing I did find is, with that one that I made, I'd let the ganache set onto the cakes before we put the teeth on, so it wouldn't stick to the set ganache. So what I did was I just melted down a little bit of the Calabo chocolate and just dipped the tip of the teeth in and stuck them in that way. And either way, they get stuck. So, if you can't see me, it's because I've got to get all the way down here.
Oh, Nikki King, you lot are my family now. I don't see anyone now.
Yeah.
And then Alison Skur says, you should challenge John to do a live in an hour. I know. He makes me laugh, John, the things that he says. Why don't you get it done in an hour? Why can't you? It's like when he has jobs for us at work to do.
Does he watch the lives?
Well, he pops in and out. It's like when he gives us jobs at work to do. It's like, why is it not done yet? I'm like,
Things take time to, you know, this needs to go harder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't happen straight
No,
away.
Yeah,
exactly.
You have to wait for ganache to set and all sorts.
And there's frogs and squirrels to talk about, I think.
Geraldine Allen has asked Debbie, did it get eaten or will that be too much info? Yeah, double. We all want to know now. And was you wearing it, Debbie?
Sounds like an exciting
Oh, he's
time.
watching. Oh, John's watching.
Oh.
He's just sent me a text message.
Sorry, John.
He didn't write in the comments he's watching.
No, he sent me a text message. He's not brave enough to write in the comments.
Oh,
Hey, would you, John? You're not brave enough to write in the comments. Let's see if he pops up in a minute. Angela
have you
Black.
told him he's in the calendar?
We haven't told him he's in the calendar. No,
No,
wouldn't that be funny? That a big 6 foot Irishman on the calendar. Angela Black says, "I don't like Simon being quiet."
I thought you was going to say I don't like Simon.
Did I say that wrong? She doesn't like you being quiet. She likes you being noisy because you were a bit quiet before. They like it when you speak.
When was I quiet?
Well, you haven't been quiet tonight. She doesn't like it when you're
Oh
quiet.
yeah, when Jerry was on the other night, you didn't really hear a peep out of you.
Yeah, God,
You had toothache.
I've had, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Mm.
So, I
And
don't
this is curing me, all these teeth.
So, Anita, what is Sicily sticking into the cake? I know it's supposed to be teeth, but what are they made out of? I think I missed
teeth.
that part. So they're teeth, and she's made them with sugar paste, flour
Yes.
paste.
So it's just like the modelling paste or the flour paste. Yeah. And these were just ones that I made earlier and I let set up a little bit.
Flour paste? Is it flour? What's in the sugar paste? Is it not
No, sugar paste is, you roll that out, so that's what's known as fondant in America, and sugar paste, it's much softer, you can roll that out. Flour paste has got a lot of tylo in, so it's firmer and it firms up a lot quicker. So that's why you can hear the teeth rattling on the tray, because they've firmed up.
Well, they're
Yeah.
not that loud,
Yeah.
but I thought they were going to make
So you
more
can
of a
still eat
clank.
them, but they don't really taste that great with having tylo in them.
They're just
So
a bit
Lynn
harder.
Woodward said, it's so nice that I allowed John to think that he is the boss from time to time. Well, you have to, don't you? You have to let your men think they're the boss.
Yeah, but if you tell them while they're listening that they're the boss, but they're not really when you say that, then you're losing the illusion.
Yeah, I know. But then that gives him the opportunity to let him put me back in my place, and then I sort it all out later. So then he'll tell everyone, well, no, he's the boss. And then we'll decide who it is tomorrow.
Just put LOL on the
Yeah,
text.
exactly.
How's it looking, guys? Can you really see it? Or is it quite
Yeah, now we
dark
can see all
in
the
there?
teeth there.
Yeah, so I'm just putting some of the little bigger size just at the top and the bottom, which you probably can't really see much of a size difference,
Yeah.
but I know.
So Jamie Scott's just saying the teeth were made by a mum earlier, otherwise we would be here all night. Somebody was
Yeah.
asking, did you make the teeth on the live?
Well,
No.
You made a few, didn't you? Made
yeah.
a couple.
So
Yeah.
the ladies missed part of the live. So Cicely made a couple of teeth earlier, if you want to know how they were made. But Cicely's
Thank you.
mum, who's in the kitchen, did make them earlier to save time.
Would you like to hold them over the cake so that people can see?
Why do you get that plate full of them underneath
Oh,
the
yeah.
camera?
Oh yeah.
That'd be easier, then they can see all the different sizes.
Yeah.
oops,
Down
that's a
bit.
bit too close.
Yeah. To you. Yeah.
And the cake is looking brilliant.
Thank you. Can't really go down any further because then I'll be touching the cake. But
Yeah,
That's
Geraldine.
right. Thank you.
Geraldine Allen, Hi John, we're all having a wonderful time and you're Mr. He can be Mr. March because his birthday is in March. Wait till I tell him. Wait till I tell the lads tomorrow. Oh God, it's going to be so funny.
Do I get to be Sugar and Crumbs Mr. Christmas then?
Yeah.
So I'm just sticking some of the bigger teeth on now. The big scary teeth. You see them?
Cool.
You did do these ones nice and big, Mum.
You did do them big. They're not. They're ginormous
I
then.
know.
It's because the other ones weren't with them.
Hey?
They
Wow.
weren't all together, so I thought
No,
that's how
they're not
big
bigger
they
than
should be.
I think you need to go down a size.
I know, I think so.
I like them.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you think? Should we have big giant ones like this or go down a size?
No.
I think it's such a fun cake to do though.
And when do you start putting all the fur all over it? Does it need to dry off a little bit?
I think you could do it either way really. I don't think it'll make much of a difference. I'm going to stick these teeth in and then I'm going to scratch it.
How long did it take you to make all those teeth then?
About,
We did both make
yeah, we
them.
both made the tea. It took about 2 hours with coffee and stuff, and then it took me about an hour to paint them all.
And then whilst Mum was painting them, I was, ganaching and stacking and covering and all of that good stuff. But yeah, I dropped my daughter off at nursery, and then we spent about 2 hours making teeth.
Yeah.
And then you made more afterwards, didn't you?
Mhm. You make me smile, you two. You are a really good mother and daughter team, though, aren't you? You should hear them in the kitchen when they're talking. They are really funny. I do like it when they come.
We like to come too.
Lynn Woodward says that that is like the big fanged magic book. I Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
Is it?
It's got like the teeth things on the spine, on the closey part.
Right. I don't know. I've never watched Harry Potter.
I think it's on that fantastical Beast as well.
I think
isn't
I've
it?
missed out on loads of things, me. I haven't watched loads of things.
You've been too busy working, Carol.
I have been working since the age of 13.
No, it's like when you're here, you work 20 hours a day, don't you?
I never get to watch the TV.
Yeah. You're sleeping or working.
I've watched The Real Housewives of Everywhere. I download them all on the YouTube.
I used to watch that all
I
the
download
time.
them all off, what do I download them? iTunes. I
Alright.
download all the series of The Real Housewives from anywhere around the world. Eh?
They're nasty, aren't they?
Aren't they? But the Real Housewives of New York, Atlanta,
Which ones
Potomac.
do you base yourself on?
Well, I only watch them because I like to have a nosy in their homes.
I like the Orange County
Yes.
one because they're always
But
like
their new series
physically
has just
fighting
started. I
each
downloaded that
other.
last night. They are. They're
Yeah.
awful, aren't they?
Like with the other ones, they're just really catty, but on the Orange County ones, they'll just like whip their wig off and fight each other, won't
Yeah, they do.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, but the New York ones have a proper old scrap,
Yeah.
don't they? Don't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
I like them.
Is it,
But that's all I
is it
watch. That's all I
semi-real?
watch. John goes.
Is it real or
It's a reality
semi-real?
TV. Yeah.
They're real
But John,
life.
John goes, how on earth can you watch that? But it's the only stuff I watch. I actually quite like those big teeth now.
Yeah, they're bigger than the other one, but
Yeah.
and as well with the other one, I covered it in sugar paste,
Yeah.
not fondant. But with this one, I'm gonna texture the actual. Oh, what do you think, guys?
I like it.
I'm gonna actually texture the ganache because why not? It's all about ganache night.
Yeah, so I don't get a chance to watch TV, but when I go to bed at night time, I have to take my hearing aids out because I can't sleep with them on. So I used to download those sleep programs, you know, to help get rid of your tinnitus. Tinnitus. So I used to have them to help get rid of the noise so I could zone into them. But I got bored of them, so now I download all the Real Housewife ones, and I just watch them and fall asleep watching them. Then I wake up again in the night and do it all again. So this little tool here is very expensive, and you may never have seen one before. But just in case you haven't seen one, it's called a fork, and hopefully you do own one in your own home. Do you sell
that one on the website? Or?
We don't sell them on the website, but you can get them from most places. And you just do this little...
What is it the Little Mermaid calls them?
I don't know.
A dingle hopper. Is that what she calls it?
I feel really deprived. You know, I've watched any of these kid things.
Next time we come up for a line, we've got to come early and watch Little Mermaid.
I haven't watched Little Mermaid.
You know, she calls it a dingle hopper because she doesn't know what the human things are. Can we see that on the camera?
What are you trying to look at?
Just see if you can see my little scratches I'm making.
Yeah, we're looking at them.
And yeah, so nothing too in particular or, you know, fancy. I'm just giving it a gentle scratch.
So lovely comment here from Sandra Malcolmson. Sicily explains everything in a simple, easy to follow instructions. Makes me believe I can achieve a wonderful cake. Love the teeth and looking forward to seeing the Ganache chart.
I think if I can do it, anyone can do it. And I do like Sandra.
Carol Gastonbury agrees with me. She loves watching all the Real Housewives, looking in the homes. That's what I watch them for, really, so I can have a nosy in all the homes. And I also, that looks great, that. I also download $1 Million Listings.
Oh yeah, I do watch that one.
So I can have a real nosy, especially ones in LA. My dream would be to live in LA.
These houses that are $1 million.
Yeah, I could never afford one of them. I'd have to have a shanty house or something on the side. But
I watch a place in the sun every day.
Yeah.
And I dream of where I'm going to put my furniture.
Funny, isn't it? Nice too, isn't it?
So with this one, you can see a little bit of the Swiss meringue through it. Because, like I said, you would usually do like 2 layers, the same as you would a buttercream, and you would let it set up a little bit more. But I'm just going on Speedy Gonzalez. Is that the name?
Yeah. They love it. So they absolutely love it. Michelle Ward suggests I should watch Wife Swap. Oh, I don't want a new husband. I don't want a new husband. I like John.
She didn't say go on it.
She said you should watch
it.
Oh, what do I want to watch it for?
Not go on it.
What goes on Wife Swap?
You go and live in their house and you do all that woman's jobs. And
you swap wives, basically.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to.
And they usually get like 2 completely different personalities, don't they? Like they'll have like a slob and then they'll have like a
I don't want any of that. Listen,
freak.
I couldn't be.
You get people who are completely.
I've done 16 years with John. I couldn't be doing a week with anybody else.
What time are we up to?
10 o'clock. You're nearly there.
I'm literally just chucking
Gonna
it
do the trick. You're not going to do all the way around the cake?
She has done all the way around the cake unless she spins it.
No, finish off around the cake. Oh, you didn't finish all around the cake. You're going to do half a cake.
Well, you've been saying it's nearly 10 o'clock.
I know. That's all right.
So do you want me to do it all?
Yeah, of course I do. Let's finish it.
Okay. We're finishing it, guys.
No, never too old for Disney. I do like watching Disney films.
I do like Disney films. My daughter's not really into them, and it always makes me sad.
Disney
How
films.
old is she?
She's 3, so we've got time. But she never really wants to watch them, or I put them on and she just wanders off.
Absolutely right, Deirdre. Keep John. He's house trained now. Oh yeah, I couldn't be going through all that business again.
Stab it. This is how I did it last time with the top cake on, and as you can see, it gets a little bit messy. Yeah, they still go in fine, but it can just be a little bit messy on your hands. You know, trying to get them in without getting.
Yeah, I think it'll look nice if you finish it all.
What you should start doing is, you know, when it gets to 10 o'clock and people are running over, you should start playing, you know, that countdown music?
Yeah.
You should just start playing that.
Don't know whether Geraldine's saying that Johnny is still watching. If not, it's 11 p.m. finish then. He always wonders what we do.
He'll be in here in 10 minutes saying, why aren't you finished?
Because what are you doing for 2 hours?
I think a lot of people don't realise how long cakes take and how many steps some of them can have.
Yeah. I don't think you could do a live in an hour, if I'm really honest. Not if I agree with the other lady who said you've got to then bring out stuff. This is what I did earlier.
Yeah. Whereas really you want to see the stuff that you did earlier.
We do.
Well, you've still got to do them steps at some point, haven't you?
Yeah.
You might as well show them.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maureen Bailey, she's tried to train her husband for 53 years and still hasn't achieved it yet. No, I haven't trained John on everything yet, but he's a good husband in fairness. And Carol, I agree with you. I love all the Christmas films, and I love all the Disney films. Something quite nice about Disney films, isn't it?
Soothing, I think.
But have you seen what they talk about? They talk about real life stuff in Disney films in a nice cartoony way, don't they?
Yeah.
Do you know I used to kill spiders until I watched Charlotte's Web, and then I was watching Charlotte's Web on a plane on the way home from Dubai, and then I was crying. John said, "What are you crying for?" And I could see that I was watching Charlotte's Web, and I was crying. He goes, "What are you crying?" I went, "At the film." And he's like looking at me like, "Why am I crying at a cartoon?" Got my headphones on. Why are you crying at? I didn't know how important spiders were. I've never killed a spider since. I pick them up now, put them outside, everything.
My all-time favourite Disney film is Mulan.
I've never watched that.
And I watch it if I'm sad, if I'm feeling a bit depressed. If there's anything wrong with me, I put Mulan on, and I know it word by word, but there's something so soothing about it. And I think I always loved it growing up as well, because she was a woman, she didn't need no man, and she went to war. And I've got that one, I'll have to watch that. Yeah, so she didn't want her dad to have to go to war because he was disabled, and they were calling him all to war.
Do you know why I never watched that one? Because I didn't like the name. Yeah. I'll have to watch that one.
Yeah, so she cut all of her hair off and ran away in the night, but if she got found out to have been a woman, then they would have killed her, so her dad couldn't go after her.
Right.
So she went to war, she trained with all the men.
The Disney programmes, they have a good story to them, don't they?
Yeah, so she went off to war, and so she saved China, and it's my all-time favourite film. And she was just a strong, independent woman.
Oh, I'll have to watch that now then.
You should. Let me know what you think of it.
Yeah, I think we should all go back to watching Disney films and cartoons and stop watching violence. I don't watch any violence or any horrors at all, never have.
You watch rom-coms and Disney, I hope.
Pardon?
Rom-coms and Disney for me and my husband.
A lot of cartoons are very violent.
Well, actually, Tom and Jerry is very
Jerry,
violent.
I'm not keen on Tom and Jerry.
No. Yeah, I know, but I never thought it was violent when I was a kid, though, Tom and Jerry. I just thought it was fun.
When you watch it when you're older.
With a frying pan and his head gets completely flattened.
Top Cat was the same, wasn't it? I love Top Cat. But it is, though. I was saying that to John, though, a couple of months ago. I was watching Tom and Jerry, and I said, it's really violent, this, isn't it?
I think it's not until you're watching it with kids that you think, oh, this is a bit.
Yeah, well, I say I was watching it with our Jazz. I wasn't sat there watching it on my own, girls. I was sat there talking to John. I was sat watching it with the kids. I was watching something else as well, which I thought was quite violent.
I got my concentration face on.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Is that the last two?
I think this is the last 3.
Oh, and you've got to put some fur on the back as well now.
I don't think that will take long. Just a fork, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be Disney films, romance. I'm not really into comedy unless it's absolutely hilarious.
You know what I'm watching at the minute? Vampire Diaries. And I never watched it when it came out originally. And everyone used to rave about it, and I just never watched it. But now I'm watching it. I think I'm on season 5 or something.
No, don't like watching anything.
But to be fair, that one's not really that violent. It's more like a love story, to be honest. There we go, we've got tea.
There we go, we've got tea. That was good, that's impressive.
What did
right,
I do with me fork?
let's get it all forked up then. It's great, this tool, isn't it? Well,
Yeah.
We've all got one in our cupboard, stick them out.
Look how difficult that was.
Don't worry, she's going to do the drip. She's not forgot the drip. How are you going to do the drip with the top bit on?
Piping bag. Just like squish it between the teeth.
Don't worry, she's going to do the drip.
I've got it right here,
It's all there.
guys. Let me move my scary teeth out the way. I just tipped them out. I'll get my big cup because I can't do it without it.
So have you enjoyed this live? It's been like having a little chat in the kitchen, hasn't it,
It's been
tonight?
lovely, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, don't you feel it's all been calm and
It's like
sedate
loose
and no
women
rushing?
with cake.
Pardon?
Like loose women with cake in the morning.
It's just been all calm and nice, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We've learnt loads of
I
things,
know,
haven't we?
it's like we only
You
just...
do know I'm here, don't you?
Yeah, we only just
You haven't
started.
stopped talking tonight.
Yeah, well, can't be loose women then, can it?
Well, they sometimes have men on to
Yeah.
talk about things.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Yep, they're all enjoying themselves. Yep, they're all having a great night.
Yeah, it was like we literally just started and then it was nearly 10 o'clock. Where did it go?
I don't know what happened.
Is that part of it?
I was trying to think what I did with my scissors that I
I don't know.
had.
If you go down to the drawers, there's loads
Yeah.
down there.
I did have a pair.
I think you did.
Put them somewhere.
There you are.
There they are, under the pink cloth.
Marina said, she's so relaxed and it puts you in a warm, fuzzy mood. Yeah, everybody's really enjoying the live tonight. They've had a lovely little laugh and they've learned all about us.
So, where am I going?
Here?
Here? Yeah. So I just squish it between and up and over that one and down that side. Oh.
Go on then.
And then in this part and round this bit. Yeah, I think you don't have to be too precise with it. You just drop a bit on. There we go. And this side, which obviously you can do it a little bit less than I am, but I'm trying to do it at the...
You're trying to do it where you can't properly see it.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it for the camera, like...
I like that bit that's come off that tooth there.
Yeah.
That looks
Yeah.
gory, doesn't it? Not that I like anything gory, but it does.
No, but for Halloween it's...
Are you a fan of Halloween, Carol?
No, I never have. And I never let my kids go trick-or-treating either. So my children were never allowed to go trick-or-treating because I never agreed with it. And, which is mad, isn't it? They had to sneak out to go trick-or-treating as they got older. And then...
So rather than them telling you they were going out trick-or-treating
Yeah.
and you knew where
Well,
they
I
were,
know. I
they
never
just
knew
did
that.
it behind your back and
Yes.
you didn't have a clue.
But I never knew that until they got older. And then I never let them watch any films over the age of 18. But they all went round to the mate's house. And I never used to let them have any games for their PlayStations that was over 15. Yeah, but then they'd all go round to the mate's house and play with them there. I used to go mad when I found out because I believe that that's the age thing. You don't do it.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to touch some of the teeth
I like that.
just to
Good
give it
idea.
the effect of it's, you know, been munching.
Yeah.
It's just been munching on red ganache. Yeah.
See, now that'd be great if that just sort of like stayed on, wouldn't it? I like
Yeah.
it. Well done, Sicily.
Thank you. So this one probably looks a little bit rougher than the one that I brought with me to show you, but that one did take quite a few hours.
Yeah.
And this one took just
2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours if you take off all the time making ganache. But
Isn't it great that? What do you all think, everybody? What do you all think?
Will look nice and gory for you?
Good. What do you all think? Have you all had a good night, everyone? I'm just waiting for the comments to come up. Yeah, they're all saying they're having a good night. So don't forget to like and share. So Sicily, when you finish tonight, we're not going to clean up, we'll do it later. We'll leave it for Karen in the morning. So,
sorry, Karen.
Well, that's her job here now. This is her kitchen now. Not my kitchen anymore, it's Karen's kitchen. So you're going to pop it on you're going to pop a post on with all the ganache.
Yes.
Yep. So you're going to put the measurements on, so we can just go over it. It's a 1-to-1 for dark chocolate, 2-to-1 for milk chocolate, 3-to-1 for white chocolate. And
that's with the evaporated milk and the cream.
And the cream, And then if it's for alcohol and water,
it is. So for alcohol, it's a pile of stuff on top of a piece of paper. So with the alcohol for white chocolate, it's 3-to-1 for covering and 2-to-1 for a drip. For milk, it's 2-to-1 for covering and 1.5-to-1 for a drip. And for dark, it's 1-to-1.
Oh, that's the same then, isn't it? Yeah, really, it's the same. So I'll get Sicily to type all that up and put it on as a post for you later on. So we've got all that there. So I am really pleased that we've had Sicily in the kitchen. What are you going to make next time?
What do you want me to make next time?
So it's November. We're going to make something ready for Christmas.
Yeah, we can do that.
Should we do that?
Yeah. Whatever you want me to make, I'll make.
So what you should all do is give Sicily some ideas in the community group of what you'd like her to make next time she comes up in the kitchen, because Sicily has agreed to come up once a month, which is brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm excited.
So and her mum come up with her as well, which we enjoy, don't we?
Yeah. Mum's always here.
Right. Good.
Even if you don't hear her, she's here.
No, she's there watching, smiling away.
Yeah.
Right, I'm not going to come and say goodbye to you all. What I do want to say is thank you, all of you, for tuning in and watching, and you've all spent the whole night with us, which has been brilliant. Thanks, Simon, on camera.
Okay.
And thanks, Mum, and I always forget your name. Ellie, that's it. I want to call you Bella. I don't know why I want to call you Bella, and I know you're called Ellie, which is bonkers, isn't it? And thank you, Sicily, for joining us. I have to say, you've done a great cake, and I hope everybody's learned lots about ganache, and all of you give it a go, even though I still don't do it myself. Karen is going to be in the kitchen with you tomorrow at 11:30. She's going to be going through chocolate with you as well, so she's going to be using the chocolate in the kitchen. She's going to be dusting and lustering and playing with chocolate, and I've already eaten all the treats that she's done. So don't worry, I've munched through them all. You've heard me through the night, so she'll be showing you how to do those at 11:30 tomorrow. And then we're off for the weekend, and we are all-day class Monday. Don't forget, if you are in Ollie the Chocs class on Monday, you're making your gorgeous chocolate handbags, and you can make that with dark chocolate, milk chocolate or white chocolate. It's entirely up to you. You'll be making truffles, you'll be making other little treats to go inside your bag. And then Ollie is going to be doing a live with us on Monday night. And then Karen is going to start her sessions of morning lives at 11:30, starting on Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday and Friday next week. And then after that, with lockdown, she's going to be doing 4 mornings a week. So you're going to be seeing her a lot. And next week, who else have we got in the kitchen? My daughter Laura's in the kitchen on Thursday night. Tracy Mann is Tuesdays 6:30, Thursdays 11:30. So we've got lots of people in, and so we're going to keep you all very, very busy next week. Yeah, good. And thank you for joining us all. So don't forget, like and share, and we will see you in the morning 11:30. Cheerio. Thanks, Sicily.
Bye.
Bye.